a surprise last-minute guest, Christian from, of course, Who Are These Broadcasts?
I'm excited to be here, Aaron. So right now we're $360 away from the goal. So please, Venmo, Streamlabs, Super Chat, gifted memberships. Let's go. Let's start a rally. It's never too early, people.
Yeah,
or the corn dies.
That's right. The corn's gonna get it.
Yeah, we're fine with corn getting it out of everyone on the screen right now, I guess.
Why not?
He's well, you're a vegetable. You have a short lifespan anyway. It's not like you're gonna live forever. We're all people, so we matter. You don't.
We want to drown you in butter and end your life. What's wrong with that?
Not a thing.
Yes.
Couldn't. Yeah.
He's been waiting for it, apparently.
Look forward to it.
Yeah, well, welcome everybody. Thanks everyone for being here. Of course, hit that like button, smash to subscribe, and turn your notifications on for this channel because it just helps us get into the algorithm. Of course, there is pinned at the top of the chat a link for becoming a member. You can also do that. And tonight there's actually a poll question. So I would love it if you all could go answer that. We'll end that poll question here hour and a half in. Unless I forget, then it'll be 2 or 3 hours from now. So that's very common that I forget. So try to remind me in about an hour, guys. Is Aaron Imholt about to lose all his co-hosts? I thought that was kind of an interesting question because I have been watching Matt and Johnny's faces lately slowly seem like they're not too into Aaron Imholt's bullshit. So
Johnny's so checked out.
Yeah, they both kind of are. Matt still seems like he's a great defender of his, and he's only doing like an evening or two a week. So I could see Matt sticking it out, but Johnny definitely looks like he's about out of it.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure on this morning's show, as Aaron's going on and on about his usual shit, you can see Johnny updating his LinkedIn profile.
Yes. Yeah, for his new, looking for his new career in. I guess it's nothing physical, right? Unless it involves sitting in a chair and stocking shelves or something. I would know about that.
And Johnny's been the go-to guy for years now. Like Johnny has been given not even 100%, we'll say 1,000% to this show, like more than anybody. I can comfortably say that. So I think it's time. It's his time to, take a step back if he wants to.
Yeah, it's time to step back from the still toe horrible show, painful show, whatever it's become. But yeah, Corn, of course, I was just going to have you on today to fuck around, have some hijinks, laugh at some stuff. But then, of course, Keanu went live last night and changed the world, at least the Dalverse, maybe not the entire world.
Yeah, that was awesome. I caught that.
Yeah, so you did see some of that. I think, Christian, you mentioned you did see some of that. Or were you guys covering it?
Yeah, so literally right before you started, I was part of a marathon. Who are these podcasts? It's tomorrow's episode, but people who are members over there were able to watch it. I see people like Rochi who are in the chat over there and just jumped right over here. And we talked a lot about what the toe is up to, and Keanu just letting him know that they're not besties anymore.
Yeah, absolutely. I just had one little order of business before we get started with that. I just need an update about one of our co-hosts, and that would be a Granny. How is Granny? What's the update? I need a daily dose of Granny updates.
Yep. He actually has a message for you both. Corndiff, he said, you're a son of a bitch. That's what he said. And Quad, he said, fuck you, you cripple. You will never walk again. I might be a recovering alcoholic, but you will never get out of that chair.
Whoa. That is awfully personal.
Granny's still Granny.
I swear
it's
to
just
God.
a sign that he's still alive.
Yeah, he mentioned my crinkled hands. I'm surprised that didn't happen too.
Oh,
I mean,
no,
it's coming.
He did mention that. He just didn't leave that in the tell quad I said this. He did mention it.
Well, at least he didn't refer to a wheelchair prison, Quad.
Yeah, he hasn't got to that level yet though, because I haven't stabbed him in the back when he turned around yet, and I never will because it's Granny. Unlike Stuttering John, who is happy I'm in my cage prison. Whatever. It's all the above. And of course, I do have. Oh, there we go. I had some footage last night. There's like a 25-second little clip of Kenneth Pogue up to his regular. So this is what we want to avoid, folks. This is what we don't want you guys out there streaming. And of course, these are the drunk streams that we never want to see.
Oh God, is
Kenny
this
Pogue.
It's future
I don't know
Aaron.
what this is, but it's definitely Kenneth Pogue. Barely.
Oh my God!
No.
Seriously,
Fuck.
please.
We've seen too many of these streams. Yes,
That root-
even though they are hilarious in some ways, they're also horrible, as we know, because
Turn back,
that
Kenny.
shit
Turn back.
is serious. Yes, turn back. And then I had one little clip from another person that once upon a time went to rehab, and that person is Beetlejuice. Let's see. We're hoping to God this isn't how Granny is leaving rehab, because I watched this. This cracked me up. I just saw it out of the blue today.
Drinking anymore?
Oh, me? No, I quit drinking,
You're
dude.
never gonna drink again?
Nope.
You wanna stop at the bar by the Chinese restaurant? Just get a quick shot, me and you, and then we'll go.
What, Chinese place,
You
you
know,
mean?
yeah, the bar they got in the back.
Oh, the Chinese bar?
Yeah, we'll get a shot. We'll stop and get a shot right now. And a beer.
Okay.
Boy, oh boy, that's too much.
And Beetle had just gotten his 10-minute chip.
10 minutes.
He was so proud.
Too accurate. That's too accurate, buddy. You wish everybody does good, but you never know how they're going to do with sobriety. But I just saw that, and not that I was thinking Granny's going to do that, but how many people actually do that? Yeah, I quit drinking, and then 2 seconds later, down in shots and drinking beers, doing it. Holy shit, look who we got here. It's a famous lady, Flat Cat Jessica. Yes. I don't think you were here at the very beginning of the show, and just for that,
where were you, Jessica Flat Cat?
where were you at the beginning of the show, Jessica? Where were you? She's holding down the chat on a daily, so we do love her. She's our chat lady. Yes. Hello. Yeah, woohoo. All right, let's get right into it, because we got, literally a ton. I don't think I've ever made this many clips and timestamps for one show. This might have been the most mind-blowing moment I've ever had for looking through videos and watching stuff from Stilto, and it was like every word out of the guy's mouth just blew me away. And obviously we just had that My Lost Interest clip from Kiki, but I seriously think we got 3 hours of Stilto sitting here staring us in the face. So everybody be prepared. We are definitely Stilto heavy today.
Diving in.
Yeah, let's get right to it. So this is kind of the comment that I think spurred the entire argument or issue in the first place. And I do believe this is the clip that Keanu and Gino kind of caught, and that pissed everybody off, honestly.
If I really thought that those two thought I was, hi-ya! If I really had an inkling that those two thought I did that, I would fucking decimate them on this program, and I'd never want to talk to them again. That would piss me off. That would upset me.
So, yeah, anybody can bring up what you think about that, but definitely I would say that's Well, first example of insane that he's already saying that he would go after them just because he thought that it was possible that he did indeed do something in April. Bizarre, but go ahead. Anybody else have thoughts
also
on
that physical demonstration that he gave us, I think that it just kind of shows us that he is the kind of guy who would hurt a woman, because the kind of guy who would hurt a woman would do it like whatever that was that he did. I think that's exactly the technique.
Oh, you want to see it again?
I kind of want to see it again, Quad, please.
This is what it looks like. Yeah, not when the doves cry, but when April cries.
But I was hi-ya!
I think he's trying to deflect by playing it off as such a ridiculous idea.
Well, I mean, typically.
I've never said this before, but I think the corn is right.
You could just go through and freeze frame it like every little spot. That's ridiculous.
He's like a cartoon.
Honestly, yeah.
I swear to God, I was like, did he learn like karate from watching old episodes of Ren and Stimpy or something?
Yeah.
Like, what is he doing?
Hong Kong Fooey. That's who he learned it from.
It's like an 80s wrestling promo, and I didn't even watch much wrestling, but it's more like, let me tell you, brother, this is what I'm gonna do to April M. Holt.
But really, a lot of his mannerisms and things he does are from wrestling from the 80s, because I think he's a product of 1980s, 90s wrestling. Honestly, I think it's like in part of him. That's why the works in the shoot are so off the chart when he does them.
That hairline of his looks like it's from the 70s.
Yeah, well, I mean, at least he's not doing alterations, plugs, etc. But we've all seen pictures of his dad, so we know exactly where his genetics are taking him. No doubt about that.
You gotta love how he's saying that he's going to decimate anybody that pretty much doesn't go with his narrative, and that just is for me, it's a pure sign of guilt. It's a pure sign of I don't know.
Panic. It's panic.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, why would you preemptively strike like that? That doesn't make any sense. So you kind of know how we're always saying he's trying to get out in front of a bunch of stuff. I think that's what that is too. Like, he's telling them, okay, if you have a reaction that you possibly could have, and obviously that's the reaction he does not want them to have, then we're going to have problems. So like, he's trying to diminish any of their possible feelings in the future and get out ahead of it, like he's constantly fucking doing. Seems to be a character trait.
He's sinister like that.
Yeah.
To stay that many steps ahead.
Manipulative.
Yeah. But I mean, he's been doing that at least all of this year, pretty much. I mean, he's damn near.
I feel like he got too ahead of this one, though. Like, he said too much too quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Also, what kind of a threat is it that you're going to be decimated on a live stream that can't even raise $300 in a single day?
Right. Well, I mean, it is kind of funny, but like, he does talk about, the poll question is about co-hosts. He does bring that up. And he does, after it's all said and done, and like Keanu like roast him, he does compare their shows. Out of the blue, he just throws some darts. We'll watch that later. But before we get into that, let's go ahead and watch the My Lost Interest clip from last night. I did go through that for the most part and clipped it up. Then they made it private, and then all the timestamps changed because they cut something or did something to it. They altered it, so they messed it all up for me. Thanks a lot, Kiki. But yeah, this is from My Lost Interest. So once again, thanks to all the clippers out there. But yeah, we got a 12.5-minute video from this to watch. In the end, we have a 12.5-minute video, or whatever, a 10-minute video from this morning from Stilto. And, simultaneously, Keanu was live last night doing her show. At the same time, Aaron was doing his show. And what made it so interesting is he kept getting info about what was happening on Keanu's show. Yep. And it just pretty much ruled his entire show. He didn't talk about anything he wanted to talk about. He just kept referring to comments, things that Keanu was saying, and whatnot, like that. So
this is why most of us were up.
Yeah, it had him totally sidetracked and like off his game per 100%.
Well, this is the level that Aaron's on. It's basically, like passing notes in class, and it's like, hey, do you like Keanu? I don't know. Why don't you find out if she likes me first? And then so he's just getting notes passed to him, and he's reacting to it instead of, I don't know. I guess grown-ups don't snipe stream anymore.
And man, Christian, the reaction that we got yesterday. I remember Corn and I were live on a show yesterday, and I saw Chris Mack say something about Aaron. So I checked it out just on the sideline, and I could see Aaron's face absolutely bright red. Oh, yeah. So I knew after the show I had to figure out and dig what was going on, because Aaron usually kind of plays cool. He might yell and scream, but he doesn't get red. Like, we're talking Kevin Brennan red. It was bad.
Wow. What did you say? He plays very cool.
Very cute.
Did you say that?
Cute.
Did you say that about Aaron Imholt being very cool?
Very cute.
All right, let's get right into it. And don't be afraid to tell me to pause it if you have a brilliant thought that needs expounded upon. So let's get into it.
I'd like to say Keanu looked beautiful. She looked flawless last night.
With the wind going in.
Yeah, I was going to say she's got a fan or something. It's like right out of a movie. She's
Disney princess type shit.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, when it comes to Keanu, we're all fans. Bonely fans, that is. Hello.
What that butthole do?
As you know.
Whoa. Don't make it weird. Come on, Corn. Don't make it weird, man.
Respectfully.
No, KB, damn you. Why did you have to say that? You know what that is. KB, I like her top. Come on, KB. We all like your top.
That's a nice top.
Oh, are you talking about her outfit? Oh, never mind. I thought you were saying something else.
Goodness, Quad.
Confused. I get easily distracted. Yeah, we go to play the clip and everyone leaves. What the hell's going on here?
No, I'm here. Just people don't want to see me.
Scotty, my betrothed, and I have been doing the Steel Toe Morning Show, filling in for, in the absence of his ex-wife. I just have some choice words and thoughts about the situation. So we're just going to go ahead and pull up a clip on it, okay? Aaron put us in a very, 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 very sticky situation. That's not really what a friend does. Him asking us to fill in for her while all of that was going on, I think was a bit of a, he got right to us like, oh, we're getting a divorce and she's on this and And
yeah, but I mean, that does seem to be the case, right? Like we were just talking about him trying to get out ahead of everything. So the second all that stuff started falling apart, like he ran to Gino and Keanu before anyone else had a chance to get in their ear to make sure that they were only listening to him because he was desperate for friends at the moment. So
such quick timing, almost like it was planned out.
Right. Yeah, like he knew the second the news broke, he had to be there with his official story immediately. Exactly.
His prepared statement.
Can you imagine how much time he probably spent putting together what he was going to say to his friends and stuff? Because he knew that.
Drafts that he went through.
Yeah, because he had to keep his story straight and make sure that it was believable. And you know what I mean? Like all of that stuff had to be just right.
Yeah, he wrote it out. He read it aloud, and he said, "Does that sound good, Johnny?" And Johnny just nodded his head.
He stared at him like,
"Yep,
huh? What?"
We were like, "Anything you need, buddy." Okay, so
that's good friends.
So we did the show for many months. It was always supposed to be temporary, but the way that he is framing it now is not. It's not quite right, and the things that have come out. That I will tell you whether or not the Viscontis believe or not is quite untoward. So let's just play it and then I will explain. So here we go.
Yep. Once a week, once every other week, I'll just go, "Hey man, I hope you're hanging in there. Okay, blah, blah, blah." And I'll get a text back.
Mm-hmm.
And
he's talking about Visconti.
Bum the guy out. Sometimes I'll just text.
He's talking, if you don't know, obviously, he's talking about Visconti. He's going like, "Oh, I don't want to bother him during the merger. I don't want to bother him during this merger that's going on." false. Okay. We just weren't answering you. We saw some weird shit come out. It wasn't that I was on vacation. I still streamed with John DiCaprio. It wasn't that I was on vacation. It wasn't any of that. We just didn't know what to think, and we wanted to just wait a second before we responded to you. It has nothing to do with the merger, which you know nothing about. So there we go. Anyway, we'll continue on.
Text Keanu because I'm like, I don't want to bother Gino with this right now. Keanu and Gino were always temporary here.
Okay.
Yeah. Keanu and Gino were never.
All right. So Bisconti was talking to me just now. He was just trying to fill me in. It was like we got a live update, right? Saying that Aaron's talking about this right now. It doesn't care if we throw him out of the wedding. Okay. Because Aaron, he I believe in this clip, he does say that he doesn't want to be a distraction because he's such a big star. You know, what a big star you are, Aaron. What a big star. Okay. Anyway, we'll continue on this clip. All right, here we go.
We're in the.
Yeah, I can't imagine anybody at the wedding even knows who he is. So why would they even care if he showed up? Like, that's not a real thing. You know what I mean? That's not. People aren't looking for him to be at the wedding and causing a problem. Not a thing.
I think he overestimated their friendship.
Yeah. I don't remember him saying anything about being too big of a star or whatever, but I think the point still stands that he wouldn't be a distraction because nobody at the wedding would know who the fuck he is except for Gino and a couple other people.
Well, I'm sure he's just pissed. Aaron wanted to raise the goal for the week before her wedding so that he could, try and get them a little bit extra. So the goal was going to go up by 100, and now that he's not, everybody knows he's not going. He can't do that.
Yeah, the goal would go up $100, but the payout to Gino wouldn't have gone up a penny, right? Like he wouldn't have given, which is also an issue that they have. I think they're going to be talking about here in a second. That they were doing them a favor and getting paid nada.
Long-term plans of Steel Toe for one main reason. I couldn't afford to let them keep coming here, and then I couldn't offer.
You couldn't afford it. We were trying to be nice to you. You could not afford it. What about the weeks where you didn't pay us? How about those weeks? And then as soon as we kind of stop answering, ching! Oh, here's $100 for last week. I'm like, what about this week? This week. Thanks for the $30 on this week. All right. Doesn't matter. As friends, we would have done it for free. So, and we were like, yeah, buddy, anything you need. Me and Gino immediately, not that we already weren't, we were texting April. We didn't really hear from her, but of course she doesn't want to, text back to somebody that's involved with him. And I get that. I completely understand.
Well, then
it kind of seems, I don't know if you guys agree, but it just seemed like she was a little more busy than just trying to avoid people that are still talking to Aaron, because she could have the next day just let them know exactly where she was at and what was going on, but she didn't do that. So
plenty of time.
I still think that whatever. I mean, she didn't see them as people that she instantly had to reach out to and tell them what's going on. It's kind of how I see it. She is now, but
compound sensor thing comes.
Okay.
Then these
again. So he thinks that has something to do with it. Nice freeze frame.
Yeah, nice.
He has no fucking idea what's going on. This man, for some reason, thinks that he's a part of it. He was texting us. The only thing, texts went ignored. And then finally he was going, is it a merger? Is it this? Is it that? Because he wants something to talk about on his fucking show.
Horse shit allegations about Mika, which I can't.
Just like the wedding, right? He would have loved a week's worth of content. You get the wedding, you get them, you get the wedding going on, you get content. You get the merger, you get content. If you can get an inside piece of a little tidbit of news that is not out there, of course he's going to do that. So,
yeah, because if I was in the middle of any kind of negotiations for a place where I'd be moving my show to, Aaron Imholt is the guy I would confide in.
Exactly.
can't say loud enough. Lies, incorrect.
Mhm.
But it's 2.5 years ago.
Okay, that's another thing. Horse shit allegations. The allegations are really fucking disturbing. And I would be full of fucking shit if I said that I didn't, if it's not exactly that, something fucking happened. You're painting it and it's like Nick is this manipulative abuser. Yes. And I actually agree with that. Meanwhile, all that happened. And then he goes on to say, oh, it was 2 years ago. This all came out 2 years ago. What fucking difference does that make, man? When it was the Kevin Brennan podcast or whatever, when.
Yeah. So what's the problem with the timeline there, right? The timeline keeps getting pulled into question. That they were just making texts back and forth 2 years ago, correct? About the abuse. But the order of protection is from like recently this year.
Yeah.
Even.
I believe it's from January, the order of protection. Yeah.
Yeah, but he's always trying to like shift that timeline. So, you automatically think everything he did happened 2 or more years ago, when that's not necessarily the case. We don't know that to be fact. He says that a lot, but that might not necessarily be the case.
The mugshots or what have you came out. And we were just like, he's enjoying this a little bit too much, don't you think? That's not how you would react to somebody that you gave a fuck about. That was your wife. The worst evil is culty narcissist. Okay. That's the worst evil. So whatever. We're still trying to be a friend to him. We didn't know about any of this. We're still trying to be a friend to him. And we're going to do his show. And but something about Aaron, like, we know he's unfunny. We know that, like,
ouch,
he has like zero self-awareness. But something about a dweeb with zero self-awareness is endearing. Okay. And then it starts to trickle in where you're just like, okay, he's enjoying this too much. We can't do this for much longer. I didn't in my wildest dreams think something like this would come out. But again, he kind of call us too nice, but we were a little bit manipulated. And but we definitely saw the signs, didn't see the signs of that. But he knew this the whole time. It's lie after lie after lie. For example, okay. The day before, I remember the arrest happened, right? He calls me and says, so I have to tell you something. Me and Kayla hooked up a couple of times. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Whatever.
You pause this for a second, Quad.
I mean, I guess.
You bet.
So I've never tweeted on my I've never cheated on my wife. But if I did, who I would want to tell about it is hot girls that I know who might want to also help me break the sacred vow of my matrimonial home. I think that's the only reason you say like, yeah. So I've stuck it into Rekida's wife a few times. How does that make you feel? You want to go talk about it outside? I feel like that's what that move was.
Yeah, well, I just think it's right back to the trying to get out in front of the story thing again, because he knew all of it was coming out eventually. So he was just trying to put it in her ear that was like he was trying to figure out how much of the story was going to come out. Obviously, the entire thing came out, and we know all of the details for the most part. But I think that was just him trying to see like what other people knew. He's just trying to tweak him. You can see that he was trying to let her know that some things did happen, but he wasn't going to spill all the beans until he found out how much everyone knew. And
just so you know, the toe is always open for business. That's what I think he wanted to make sure she knew.
Another win for the toe. Always. But yeah, and then what she was talking about in the beginning, which was, he instantly was really happy about the story and making fun and making jokes instantly. But that's back to the other point, which is he was pissed at them for kicking him out of the foursome. So they removed him from the sex swinging parties. He was the one kicked out of it. Like everyone keeps forgetting that part. He went over there and she left and got her shit and left him there only to go home by himself with the kids. So he was pissed off when the story broke already that he was booted from the situation.
I don't know a lot about this world, but if you're the cuck in the situation, it should be very difficult for you to get kicked out. But again, I don't know that much about it. Corndiff, what do you think?
I'm wow.
And what does cream of the crop mean also?
Cream of the crop. Now, I thought that he was saying that him and the Kayla chick were an item at one point. Was that not a thing? Okay, well, so why was he kicked out of the fort?
We had a very deep love.
So imagine that includes fucking. So if that's the case, then why would he have been kicked out of the foursome unless it's just him and April don't get along?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why, but maybe he wanted to fuck Nick Rekieta. Who can say? There's a lot of questions. I don't have any answers.
He didn't need those pesky women for that.
Yeah, well,
it is a good question, but we don't really have the answers to that yet. But yeah, you were onto something there, Corn. I do believe that's true.
Nick Rekieta and I are fucking each other.
And we will be hearing the rest of that part of the story eventually here too. We're just waiting for that one to fall because that is the one we're waiting for. We assume it happened. They're all in there doing weird stuff. That probably did happen.
Everybody's been saying that you guys were swinging. Like, okay, why did you? And then he goes, I said,
Yeah, okay. I never really thought about this, but even Lemmy, you remember last year when you guys got back from Deerfest, we were just joking about you guys swinging with Gino and April and everybody. That crew. But it was all jokes as far as we knew. We really had no idea. It was just fun to say it and make fun of it. But apparently to Keanu, everyone was saying it. I think she seems to have taken that a little more seriously. Like she had actually heard some rumors that she believed. So maybe being on the inside, they had some more. So you never had an inkling that was reality, right? Until like maybe the hot tub stream-ish about that time, maybe?
They're a young couple. I knew it was going to happen inevitably because they're both dumb.
Yeah, but going back to the hot tub stream when they're goofing around about swinging, they that already were deep into it.
They're fucking. Deep. They're already fucking.
Yeah. So in that, I'm sure that's what Keanu's referring to.
April and Nick hooking up. He's like, not to my knowledge. No, I never saw anything like that. It only happened a couple of times with me and Kayla. All right. Cut to he's on fucking Kino Casino going, we were full, we were wife swapping and da 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 da. Like why even lie to me about that? It's just something always comes out. There's no trusting him. There's no fucking trusting him. I thought he's just a dweeb, a kind of likable dweeb. So
a kind of likable
now I'm getting it. And sorry. And I'm never going to read anything that April has sent to me. And she does not want to be talked about publicly. But I did hear from her, and I will never, ever read those to you. Just happy to hear from my friend. And from those messages, I gathered, okay. Yeah.
Uh-oh. So there we go. Do we ever get to hear the full story on all of the abuse? Because I do think that's what that was about, right? She was like, yeah, April hit me up and told me, yeah, the abuse was way more than, or there might be more to the swinging stuff too, I guess. Maybe why Aaron was removed from the swinger party. Yeah, Lemmy.
I think Nothing's going to be revealed anytime soon, but I think Keanu would be able to talk April into letting her tell us, because we are concerned. There's a whole community of people that are either curious and or not concerned trolling, but actually concerned about her and would like to hear that she's doing well and that she's not a fucking lying cokehead. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Exactly.
This ain't a fucking joke. The first time before we went to Minnesota, I was watching some stuff about him, or I was watching his show. I'm like, I don't think this guy likes women. I don't think April had like a lot of friends.
Wow, Lemmy, you've been saying that a long time now, that you think he's just a straight up deeply closeted homosexual person, right?
No, I don't think he's homosexual, but I do think that he can't either get or maintain an erection. That's my guess. That's my hypothesis about Aaron's whole deal.
Christian, you know about that. Do you have any further insight to that? Not being able to
Yeah, well,
get erection, keep one?
I think that for Aaron, I actually sent Lemmy a couple of flashback clips that it might actually be a good time to show them. I don't know how complicated it is to do that now, Lemmy. But,
not complicated at all, sir. We're on it.
I
we
saw
have the
this
technology.
I saw this on Reddit. And so the beautiful thing about the internet, Quad, is the internet never forgets. Somebody will remember you saying something that might look bad out of context months later. So there are these two clips of Aaron and April. I was going to say back during good times, but back in like better, more normal times. And I think we should just play both of them. But I think people will want to react to this one first.
April was a miserable cunt and I wanted her dead. I think at this point, especially with my dislike of women, I probably get more kick out of killing one than cheating.
Didn't age well.
I feel like I need to work on that paper.
The idea of fucking a stranger or caving a woman's head in with a shovel is really running neck and neck in my head these days.
I'm guessing that the day Aaron takes on an life insurance policy on me, like that's when I need to worry. I don't have one right now.
Finding a woman who thinks like, oh, I'm a bad bitch. And like, if someone said, all right, here's what you can do. You can put that woman on her knees and you can take a barbed wire baseball bat and give her a terrifying speech like Negan and then smash her fucking head open like a pumpkin. Or you can have her suck your dick. I'd be like, watching her cry during that speech would be remarkably satisfying.
I mean, I understand. I'm a big fan of Negan too, so I get what he's saying there.
Well, yeah, but also, I mean,
I'm also
the toe misses option C, which is get the blowjob and then take the bat. Like best of both worlds.
You're a genius. Christian, that's why you're on the show tonight, because you are truly a genius human being. You saw all the options and scored scored a touchdown and an extra point.
I was a big choose your own adventure book fan when I was a kid. I always liked to have another choice. So in the other clip, you feel like April's like probably legitimately afraid of this guy. I don't know if it's the same day or when it might be right after it, but they keep talking about it.
No, I mean, we showed this maybe like a week ago. There's this 2-part clip, and I think it was from January, like 16th or something, or January 9th. The 9th. Yeah, it was January. This is from January the 9th. And it is insane to see how comfortable he is talking about beating the shit out of her. Yeah, not good.
Can you love somebody and simultaneously like want to,
kill them?
Sure.
That's part of love.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've wondered that about myself sometimes because believe it or not, there's been days where I look at you and I'm like, God, I fucking hate that guy. I fucking hate you.
Really?
And it'll
that
turn
tracks.
around,
yeah,
of course, eventually.
That's
But I never feel like I could kill you.
I have thought of like, oh, I could shut her up with a fucking right hand right now.
Just turn that wrist over.
Mine never leads to physical violence. It's more just, I hate you.
I could win this argument in a fucking second.
Love and hate. That's a fine line to ride, but you're just violent.
Just turn that right hand over.
Yeah, the gritting of the teeth.
It'll turn around.
Yeah, right in there.
Eventually, but I never feel like I could kill you.
I have thought of like, oh, I could shut her up with a fucking.
Yeah, he does the mouth grit. You can tell he gets into it.
Yeah, he means it.
I see it. Mine never leads to physical violence. It's more just, oh, I hate you.
Real.
Physical violence. It's more just, oh, I hate you.
I could win this argument in a fucking second.
Love and for me, love and hate. That's a fine line to ride, but you're just
the thin line between love and hate. That is a true case of reality, though. Honestly, there is,
and yet, as disturbing as that is, it's still so much more pleasant to watch the two of them than watch Steel Toe with Johnny Crutches.
Oh, you're a mean guy. Look at you abusing the handicaps. What's your deal, man?
As someone who's been on a show where you've been accused of bringing nothing to it, I understand when I see people who actually bring nothing to a show, I just want to call it out so that I can distract people from me.
Yeah, I mean, that is a hell of a method. I do like to point out other shortcomings myself. I'm a fan of that, Christian. Absolutely. 100%. Absolutely.
Anyway, I thought that was a fun stroll down memory lane.
No, that's perfect. And it's not even that long ago, which like really, and who knows, like they got these Coke parties. They're staying up all night. They're doing their thing, then trying to drive in the morning to go to the show. So they're like short on sleep, they're cranky, they're in a shitty mood. They're just probably sitting there half of those mornings back in January, like thinking that all that stuff, like I would just love to smash your face, or like she's probably even having half of those thoughts, like, man, I just want to get away from this loser dork dweeb, right?
Even though it's only 6 months ago, just think about how many rails there have been in their lives since then. I'm talking about the cocaine kind, but also getting railed by Nick Rekieta.
Getting railed. Yes. Look at you. That's a hell of a tag. B Smiley the third. I just wanted to run through the super chats real quick before we move on. B Smiley the third, $2. Thank you, sir. Aaron's tan makes him look irradiated. I mean, I'm kind of surprised the guy is actually getting a tan and going outside, but I think that's
he skipped doing evening shows all of last week because the weather was so nice. So you would think he would have gotten some color.
Who are these losers doing streams when it's so beautiful outside? I'm gonna go outside and enjoy the sunshine. Yeah, that bullshit. It's like, what?
That's the one.
If April was still here, you would be in the basement too, pal. You too would be in the basement on the nice days. Yeah. I mean, if you think back to last year, I don't think they took a lot of time off because it was sunny outside. I think this is all new. Him wanting to have time to spend with Slam Piece, as he says, or do his extracurricular activities, which involve karaoke sounds very cool.
Didn't Slam Piece leave him?
No. I mean, he was talking about Slam Piece like today in.
I thought there. No, I agree with Corndiff. Isn't there a new Slam Piece already that replaced the previous Slam Piece, or is it the same girl?
Oh, is that
okay?
I could be wrong.
That would be news to me.
Yeah.
No, that would be news to me. I'm not aware of that.
Well, Aaron's watching right now, so go ahead and just put it in the chats. Streamlabs, Venmo, Super Chat, gifted membership.
Yes. Everybody, help us keep the lights on over here at the low toe.
Get the rally going.
Smack Talk Zuma. Check this guy out. He does have a Clipper channel also, and has become. He gifted a BYB Podcast membership. Beep, 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 beep. Yes, thank you, sir. And I did actually just subscribe to your channel today, which is coincidental. But yeah, anybody that wants to check out Chad Zumach Clipper stuff, you got it right there. Smack Talk Zumach.
Yeah, I mean, Chad's one of those guys that I think any of us can only take in clip form. So Smack Talk Zumach, you're doing the Lord's work.
Right. Yeah, I can't. I really have a hard time watching his show, so it's just not happening. Flat Cat Jessica, member for 5 months. Thank you, lady, for being here damn near since the beginning. What do each of you wear to bed? Corn first.
Exactly this.
Your corn outfit, your onesie, your corn onesie.
Yep, just this husk.
I'm a short and t-shirt guy. Shorts and t-shirt.
Well, Flat Cat, you'll be glad to know that I wear nothing except for a belt around my neck as tight as possible.
Sounds like what Robin Williams wore to bed too.
Yeah, but the difference is I wake up in the morning.
There you go. But did you come? That's all that really matters.
I mean, what a dumb question that is, Quad. Of course I come.
Shane M1980, thank you, sir, for the $5. I hope Granny is still doing well. I've had my own struggles. It's hard. It's a hard road to travel. Indeed, sir.
He's doing really well, dude.
You heard it here, folks. That's all you're getting out of her. Not one more word about Granny now.
Nope.
No, that's jokes. Shmuel Buckman, $1.99. Thank you, sir. Seems everyone in the Steel Toe universe is or are awful. Is awful, are awful.
Seems everyone I don't really know. I don't know everybody who's in the Steel Toe universe, but I can't think of anyone who isn't awful. So that's probably right.
Yeah, that pretty much sums up the Dabbleverse, buddy.
Well,
I don't think. Okay, so I guess that'd be the argument. Like Melton says, mostly Steel Toe's chat is now filled with trolls. Do you guys feel that when you're watching his show live that he only has really trolls in the chat?
In Melton's chat?
No, in Steel Toe. At Steel Toe show.
I feel like it feels like at least 50-50 nowadays. Maybe even more trolly than not.
Okay. Yeah, and when you watch like the archive version of Steel Toe, you'll see super chats that he doesn't get to that say some actually pretty funny things. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how much support he actually has, but I mean, son of a bitch does hit the goal some days. So that's the part that I don't understand.
6 days in a row, Christian. They're doing very well. It's another win for the Toe today.
Yeah, well, I think we all saw that 6-minute clip from last week where he didn't even come close to the goal. And he filled those last 6 minutes of the show trying to tell everybody to make sure that they help him hit the goal. We just need $160.
Yeah, but that was another example. And we watched that, how pissed off he got. Like, you could see how violent. Like,
I guess we did a dog shit show today.
Yes.
That's our fault.
Yes.
Someone donates $10. He said we take 7 of that and then counts 5 off the goal.
Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Yeah. We want to do the extra half hour. I want to tell you about the people who had the pride flag stolen and the protesters spraying manure. By the way, a selfish plug on Who Are These Broadcasters this week. We shared those 2 stories that Aaron was too stingy to share with his audience for not giving him $160. We give those stories to you for free. So come on over and check us out Tuesdays, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific, except for this week where we're doing it again tomorrow, Thursday, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. All right, I'm done plugging.
So you beat him to the punch is what you're saying.
I mean, look, and we didn't ask for $160. I got $10 from JFK Head Chunk. That was all I needed.
You're doing the Lord's work, man.
Yeah, man.
All right, let's get back to it. Now, from that side tangent we just took, let's get back to the My Lost Interest Keanu clip from last night from Keanu Cat. Let's finish her off. Yes, we did see the tendencies for abuse that Aaron exhibits even on podcast, which is insane.
Friends, probably because maybe he wasn't allowing her to have a lot of friends. Who knows? I don't know. We're trying to be friends with the both of them. And then now this. And I'm not saying it's true. No one knows if it's true. But in my brain, sorry, Toe. Where there's smoke, there's fire. So.
That's a lot of pausing and facial expressions. What's going on, Keanu? Stop it. You're freaking me out. But yeah. She pretty much is confirming that they do indeed think that he abused her in not so many words.
A very nice, whatever, very long message from a dear friend of mine. That's all I'm going to say. I will read the rest of it later but what I just skimmed, I'm not. And I will never read her messages ever. But
so we already know she's talking about April because earlier she was saying, yeah, April, I'll never read your messages, blah, blah, blah. Now she's kind of playing it off, but we know that's who it is. Are we about to hear proof of life is the question.
I'm just happy to hear from her. It's all I wanted. And I've already apologized to her for even, being a part of any of this, but we were trying to do what trying to help somebody that we thought was a friend. And we didn't know. And I think she understands that. So this is really fun. Let's make fun of the allegations. This came off looking great.
But also with the April thing, I think that's finally actually proof of life, right? That she is indeed alive, since we have no proof other than other people's words for it. So Keanu confirmed April is not dead.
Thankfully.
If I really thought that those two thought I was hi-ya.
Oh wow, he's like so fucking uncomfortable. Like, get me out of here, Matt. Someone save you. Hilarious. Yeah. Okay.
Actually, we already watched that, but you can't see that enough. I'm clipping that shit. We are definitely using that as a drop.
You might want to put that in the show open quad. Make sure you see every show.
Jesus. Yeah, I love what she said about the Clam Radio shirt too. Burn it. Go burn that thing. Yeah. He was like, he talks shit about that. He talks shit about everything. So like I said before, and we will get to that, this entire Keanu cast was happening while Stilta was on air last night. And to see him commenting on every little point that she's pretty much making during this clip and him reacting to it while it's all happening is just mind-boggling. It's awesome.
Really had an inkling that those two thought I did that, I would decimate them on this program.
Decimate, excuse me, I used the wrong word. Decimate them. Okay.
We will defecate you. We will defecate you.
What are you going to do to us, homie? I wanted April in my wedding. Gino
about that.
Was like, would have never asked you, but I said, let's have them both. Okay? Which is why the card literally said, why don't you hang by me? All right? That actually literally breaks my heart to say. But I think at some point you deserve it, homie. It breaks my heart to say that. I'm like, I want April. We can't just have Aaron. Whatever. All right. I don't like what I'm hearing. I don't like any of the stuff that I've, any of the pain and turmoil you've put us all through. Okay. That literally breaks my heart to say. Okay. And we like you. We were there for you. We tried to have your back, but you were not honest. You weren't honest at all. You'll tell us one thing, then you're on a show and it's a whole nother fucking thing. There's no trusting you.
This is kind of wild that we had to wait till last night to find out all this stuff. Because we had been assuming this for quite some time, that there was some issues between the M. Holtz and or Aaron M. Holt. I guess there's no plural with the M. Holtz anymore, is there? with the Imholt and the Viscontis. So we'd always kind of assume maybe they were talking and not really having problems, or maybe that there was problems and they just weren't going to be doing the show together anymore. But behind the scenes, pretty much everything Melton was saying was spot on. That, yeah, they're done. It's over. There's no more Gino. The friendship is dissolved. Like, all of that stuff is dead on. He nailed it. Are you guys surprised to see how accurate he was with his predictions?
No.
Always.
He's incredibly. Like, do you guys remember before Kevin Brennan got his green screen that there was something in the background with Kevin Brennan that moved every time he streamed? And Melton was fixated on it. And I was like, oh boy, this is an attention to detail kind of guy. And he is. He really.
Are you
really
talking
is.
about the room divider that kept moving around?
No, I think it was like a TV stand or some shit with like
Okay.
weird monitor on it or something. It was weird.
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I know what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah, I think at this point, Melton has spent so much time watching Steel Toe that he could do one of those FBI profiles that they do on serial killers. You know, there isn't anything that he couldn't miss, that he would miss. I mean, you know.
Do you see his face when he's watching Steel Toe? He's got like this boy-like wonder on his face.
Yeah, it's 4 hours of being a kid seeing Santa Claus for the first time. He never loses it.
Yeah, it is bizarre though, how accurate he can be. Man.
KB in the chat says it's called autism. LOL.
Oh, you said KB and freaked me out. I was like, what?
No, not that KB. He's not
MLC's here. What? Watching us right now? Yeah, I'm nervous. What do I do with my hands?
Quad's a fucking idiot. I mean, corn's a fucking piece of corn. Who wants to hear from him?
He's just a vegetable. He's an idiot.
He's not even the potato.
He's not even a real boy. Yes. All right. Just to double down on that and make sure everybody understands exactly how Keanu feels about Aaron at this point. He's uninvited from everything.
I don't like the thing because you're too much of a distraction, Aaron. It's because I don't like the things that you've done. I don't like you manipulating us. I don't like the things that I'm hearing. And I hate to do this to yet another person that allegedly abused a woman, but you're no longer a part of our wedding or invited to it at all. So wish you the best, but us not being on your show had nothing to do with the compound merger. And you know what? It's just another win for the toe, I guess. Okay. Anyway, that's
that. So
just another win for the toe.
And then we're going to go through everything that Aaron had to say during that show last night. And of course,
he have some thoughts, Quad?
But it's just kind of funny that they kind of went from 0 to 100. Whatever was going on yesterday morning, by the end of the day, it seems like it's over. Like the friendship seems to have been dissolved. So being uninvited to a wedding seems to be the least of their issues. And it is kind of weird that Aaron didn't go out of his way to offer help or whatever during the merger. Because if anyone needed help recently, it's Gino, like finding something to move on to, or maybe even just advice or, hey, buddy, I hope everything's going good kind of shit.
Yeah, I mean, I think the interesting thing is that basically Keanu and Gino took their friendship with Steel Toe, headbutted it, and choked it like that. So they really kind of strangled the life out of the friendship.
Well, at least maybe not till the life was gone, but till they left.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
To go get their stuff and move on.
Heartbeat. You're right.
They went home and got their shit and left. Dejois, the wonderful and beautiful and lovely and our number one fan, lady fan, that is. Daytwa, $5. Thank you very much, Miss Missy. Hey, I just met you and I'm crazy. Be my bridesmaid. Text me maybe. Text me maybe. I don't think that's
Corn's
a song.
dancing to that song. The Corn knows. If only the potato was here, because it's a Canadian artist, so he might know something about that. Carly Rae Jepsen.
Oh, that's right. I didn't know her name.
Oh, you must not have small children in your house.
No.
Lemmy has something to say.
I know that song. Granny knows that song too. We used to make them karaoke all the time.
Hello.
Oh, you got to motorboat that thing. You're sitting in the spot, Christian.
With her ass?
Oh, yeah. You got to get down there.
Oh, my God.
You got to get
I
down
can Bob
on
Levy her. Hang on a second.
Yep,
let me get some ranch dressing. Well,
Oh,
yeah,
there it is.
no, you're right. I'm in the right spot now. Oh, yeah, look at that. Oh, my gosh.
Let's see that tongue. Let's see that tongue. Come on, let's see that thing working.
Nick Rekieta's mushroom prints are all over this thing.
Oh, damn. Is that what those bruises are? I thought that was a tattoo. Son of a gun. I couldn't even see. Wow. That really is mushroom tattoo.
Until I saw that picture just now, I didn't realize she was a cup Pearl Inholt.
But Daytwa does kind of make a good point here that she says, hey, I just met you. I'm crazy. Be my bridesmaid. It is kind of funny. They started off so strong when they met and started being friends that the second they thought about having someone come be their bridesmaid, it was April, which is, I don't know. It says a lot. I mean, they got to be friends very quickly, apparently.
But I mean, they only hung out a couple of times from the way I understand
Correct.
it. Somebody tell me if I'm wrong.
Once.
Melton,
twice. They went to a football game together the second time, but the first time they showed up to hang out with Lemmy.
Aaron
really
paid them to do his anniversary show last year. So
exactly.
I don't know. I mean, I had a wedding. I wasn't inviting people I met once, on the radio show. I wasn't having, Dr. Jerome Corsi at my wedding. I wasn't having, guests, basically, is what I'm saying. But just wanted to share.
Are you trying to brag by saying you're not saying these things?
No, if I was trying to brag, I'd mention.
Psychology?
If I was trying to brag, Quad, I would have mentioned that Andrew Breitbart was at my wedding. But since I'm not bragging, I'm not going to talk about that.
Yeah, he didn't do that. He didn't brag.
Did not brag. And that's a fact, Jack.
I don't know if I can report this. I have inside info I would love to say on air, but I probably shouldn't do that because
I don't know, man.
Put it on the private chat. We won't tell
Feels
anybody.
like you should. I won't say it.
I want to know. Okay. I'll put it in the private chat. I don't feel comfortable saying it. Hey, guy who just sent me the tweet, why don't you give me a thumbs up if it's cool to say it on air?
Yeah, that's cool.
But yeah, I do think it is kind of weird, Daytwa, that she just met her and was like, yeah, you're my bridesmaid. You would think that would go to someone that you had known from childhood or at least a lifelong friend.
Or
you
even
gotta have one of them.
Even 1 year, Quad. Let's set the bar low. Somebody you've known for like a year.
They literally had known him for months, indeed.
Yeah.
There should be minimum requirements, and that wasn't it.
Yeah.
All right. So this is from last night. And of course, we got Steel Toe going head to head with Keanu.
No, he did go head to head with her. It looked like this.
Bonk. Bonk. Yeah, we need a bonk noise now for every time Aaron.
One of those Flintstone noises. Yeah.
But yeah, so this is pretty much very first thing, the very beginning of the show, he already starts instantly talking about it because I think he already knows that she's live. So let's get right into it.
Hey,
let's
my
do this.
Chest look good in this Anthony Cumia full sleeve. You're welcome. I look fantastic.
Okay, let's see some. Does Aaron look amazing? Everybody put a 1 in the chat if you think he looks like an absolute doofus. Lemmy, you are the only lady on the panel that's qualified to answer. Is he hot? Is he good looking in that shirt? Lemmy, go ahead.
He looks like 10 pounds of shit stuffed in a 5-pound bag.
Oh, you
That
don't
makes
have to
one my
lie to
father.
make friends. Come on, we know what you really think about him. You really got. I can see in your eye, you got that little twinkle for this guy.
I think he looks like old Nikocado avocado.
Nikocado? Oh, okay. He's got movies.
It's interesting that the guy in the freeze frame right now, who's literally picking his nose, is not the unattractive one.
All right, I'll start playing this, and then I will put your private information in the private chat. I hope you guys are fucking excited.
I am.
Kenneth, I actually look like I have muscles in my shoulders and chest region.
Not true, not true.
Therefore, I'm going to keep it. Anthony, I need a. Do they change Anthony Cumia compound censored or no? This just has the compound microphone on it.
Yeah,
that's fine. That'll do. We'll keep that one. Welcome to the program, everybody. Are you ready for a quick episode of This Is How Stupid Aaron's Haters Are?
Yes.
I don't know if we went
Are you
over this
excited?
last night.
No.
Somebody got so desperate because I think they realized that the thing
Basically all I
that
can
got
focus on
leaked,
at the moment.
like the allegation is so fucking horseshit.
Right.
And they watched everybody who knows me go like, oh, for Christ's sake. How fucking desperate. 2.5 fucking years. Jesus Christ, get a grip. I know you're desperate to get rid of me and nothing's worked, but fuck you. Somebody went and created a fake account of my first ex-wife and then said, I can't talk about it legally, but I've been the victim of domestic abuse. And they went, whoa, we got him.
Wow.
And I'm like, first of all, if she did think that, if that really was the case, I would not be allowed to have my children.
True.
Number two, if it takes 5 seconds to verify whether or not a Twitter account's real. So you guys who got excited about this, you're willing to admit you're so fucking desperate for me that you're willing to admit you got fucking fish hooked on Twitter by a fake account, which is something boomers do on Facebook, just because you hate me so much. No,
Yeah, we're so stupid that we thought that tweet. We got fooled. We got fooled by the tweet. We didn't automatically assume that it was a troll and wait for Aaron to talk about it and laugh hysterically about what a doofus he is that he has to talk about it, right? And we're
the dumb one squad. We're the idiots.
Yeah. Like we had no idea that was a fake tweet, and we wanted to run with it just to annoy him. Yeah, he got us. We got fish hooked, guys. I'm so dumb. I got fish hooked. Raise your hand if you believed that tweet when you saw it. Exactly. Good point.
offense, guys, but I own your life if that's the case. I am in charge.
His
of your
overly
every
flamboyant gestures are
That's
killing me. Like they're
Well,
just so
I mean-
exaggerated and painful.
you know- Yeah, every show, all you have to do is stop it at any point, and he's making flamboyant. I think that's code word for gay corn. I'll just assume.
I've never made a point, and at the same time when that point came to its peak, I clap. Like it's like he's just dramatic. He's too dramatic. It feels forced, but it's not.
Do you think he took maybe he took theater class from a teacher that had Asperger's or Tourette's, and he was like, ah! And like every time he was like, he thought that's how you were supposed to act when you made points. I don't know. Good for that. He has to be a theater kid though, right? Like, can we confirm that? Seems like a theater kid.
You know, I think that he's probably more like the tech squad. You know, he did the lights in the theater. I don't think he would actually get up on stage in front of all those people.
Oh no, it's worse. He was in a boy band.
I think Lemmy's on
That does make sense. But yeah, you were saying like he would just help out with the lights and stuff. That does seem like something a cuck would do, right? Just help out with the peripheral bullshit and watch the main show from a distance.
But take
Maybe,
credit for it.
In a chair in the corner. Oh yeah. Of course, Christian. Great point. Yeah, he would take credit for how great the.
Wow, we did a great
play.
job tonight, didn't we? What a great show we put on.
Another win for the theater kids. Is that where he came up with that?
Another win for the theater toe.
So look, I got friends, I got family. Everybody knows what I'm about. I got 2 fucking daughters. If you think I'd ever lay my hands on a woman like that, you just get fucked with that shit. And I got a fucking audience that is ride or die as shit. And that audience keeps growing, which is fantastic.
Does it
So
really?
It keeps growing with trolls. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. He says that he's got the ride or dies, that the audience keeps growing. I mean, if he stops reading any of the super chats making fun of him, I think the audience will, move on to somewhere else.
Yeah, I mean, he's the most recent locale that we're obsessed with, which is just in addition to Stuttering John. So now we now have literally 2 good locales that you can watch on any given day and just be blown away by the stupidity of it. Like today, Stuttering John did his Hypocrisy Police show, and it's like, that's not watchable. But all of his other shows, the second he starts talking, it's like, what the fuck is going? It is really weird. It's weird to think I sat there for 4 months listening to it, honestly. Looking back, it's kind of bizarre that I did that.
Did it for 4 months?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
I didn't know it was that long.
At first, it was like once a week, but then it started being 2 or 3 times a week. So I would say I was on there 20 to 30 times, maybe right in there.
Yeah. Wow. I mean, look, we all have things we look back on. I had sideburns in the 90s and a goatee, So look, we all have mistakes, Quad. We learn from it and we move on. And that's why pencils have erasers.
I mean, we've already answered this question, but I'll ask you, Christian, who's a bigger lol cow, John or Aaron?
It's still John. Yeah, it's
still
definitely
John Corn.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
For me personally, I find the steel toe disaster more interesting. It's just a little more fascinating. John
there you go.
Seems to be on repeat.
50-50 right there.
John is like that city in Pennsylvania that's burning underground and it'll take like 125 years.
Yeah. Right.
Steel Toe's the fucking Hindenburg.
Disaster, literally.
The one advantage that John has is that John used to be famous. So there's a lot more people who know who he is. So you can kind of draw them in like, hey, remember Stuttering John from the Stern Show? Oh my God, I haven't thought about him in 20 years. So maybe. Steel Toe, you're like, all right, so there's this guy who was in radio in Minnesota for like 6 months, and he's been on the internet for all these years since. It's a little harder to explain, but I don't know who's more interesting right now, Steel Toe, but it's a fine line.
Yeah. Oh, there you go, Gina Bobina, the real Gina Bobina, not Gino Bobino, who got cussed out yesterday by Rob Saul. We could play that way later today, but that was fucking great to see him go off on Gina Bobina incorrectly. It wasn't even the right person.
Rob Saul is there to make Johnny Crutches look good.
Yeah. I guess I'll put you guys on the spot. Who was a better co-host to John, me or Rob Saul, guys? Come on.
I mean, Jesus, it's definitely you, Quad. Especially every time you said, "You're right, sir."
Every time you turn your voice, I can hear that.
We always hear like the air
conditioning. I wait for your response the second I hear it. No, I'm waiting for like when I hear the fan, I'm like,
it's hot in here, dude.
Go.
All right, but yeah.
No, I don't mind. It's actually a good cue for us to shut up and listen to you. Honestly,
it works.
I'm derailed. Actually, I've been derailed.
Am I better or is Rob Saul?
Oh no, the show is insufferable. Period. The end. And I hated watching it doesn't matter who the fucking co-host is. It's unwatchable.
Right. I was wanting to get roasted. Thank you for doing so.
Well, that's how bad Rob Saul is that we can't even joke around and make fun of you. Now, if you asked me if it was DG or Rob Saul, now that's a real head scratcher.
Well, I appreciate the kind words, Christian. I think you're just repaying me for kind words of mine towards you. So thank you, sir.
That's true.
You're
it's definitely
gentleman.
true. Yeah.
You're a gentleman. You're finding it hard to rip me apart right now. I can tell. You're scrambling to be nice. You don't have to.
A little bit too nice of a guy about this thing, and watching you.
Aaron's been too nice, as you can tell.
You guys just be foolish about it.
I have been too nice again. I've been taken advantage of.
And
I assume we're talking about Melton.
No. This has nothing to do with Patrick. Patrick just covers things. He doesn't create things. He just covers them.
I opened YouTube today and I don't watch, but somehow I got gifted a sub.
Hey,
can somebody like just randomly find me and give me a sub?
The Matadors. No, I don't know.
I don't know.
No, stupid. It means you were watching. If you're gonna pretend that you're not watching, don't say that you got gifted a sub, dummy.
Yeah, is he trying to get out in front of a story, possibly?
I guess so.
But yeah, so is Aaron been too nice? That's a hell of a question, isn't it? Has the toe been too nice? Yes. It's not
the
a
toe
win for
should
the toe
be
when I'm
meaner.
too nice. Yeah, and I do love. You have to appreciate the Coke and Red Lobster. I know he had a story about cocaine at the Red Lobster or some shit, but it's like, what? What the fuck is? That's insane. This guy should leave cocaine off of the title for indefinitely. I would say a suggestion, or is it clickbait? What do you guys think? Is he like trying to lean into it while trying to play good guy?
Did he say he had cocaine at a Red Lobster?
Apparently they found cocaine in the food at a Red Lobster somewhere. I guess that was the story. I don't even think he ever even got to the fucking story, to tell you the truth. If he did, I missed it.
It's probably one of those stories he was holding back for extra time, so that.
And did you Christian? Did you beat him to that story again?
We'll be doing it tomorrow on Who Are These Broadcasters at 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific on the Who Are These Broadcasters channel. Please check us out.
This guy is insufferable with the plugging himself, isn't it? Oh wait, I shouldn't have said that. Sorry, Christian.
I can't believe people aren't gifting more BYB podcast memberships. Last time I was on,
you cheap pores, you losers, you pores. Look at everything I do for you, and this is what you give me: nothing. All right, so this one we're getting more into about Kiki. This is kind of a long segment we got here, so take a deep breath and get ready for about a 7-minute ordeal. What is acceptable for Kiki to be doing? Aaron has some opinions on how she should be thinking in dealing with this whole thing going on.
Clued into any of that shit.
And tell me to pause at any moment.
I know Keanu's doing a show tonight at the same time as us. Keanu's going up against our show. Can you believe that? You want a fucking quick way to a steel toe headbutt. Fucking retards. I'm just gonna
I hate women.
So she's doing a show.
Yeah.
And one of the things on it says steel toe update.
Oh.
I just have one comment.
Yeah.
If it's anything more than her and Gino obviously not doing a show, which I talked about, I understand completely. They don't, Gino and Keanu don't want to go on the internet and go, I think Aaron's this and blah, blah. They don't want to deal with it. They got the compound censor shit going. They don't have a fucking contract with compound censored yet. They got enough shit to worry about. They don't need any of my shit.
Right.
So they would rather, and plus, as Keanu said, and
you got to rub the fact that they don't have a contract that's censored yet. Jeez.
So is he trying to just make it sound like they're too busy to come on right now?
Yes. Oh yeah. No, well, not to come on right now, but why they haven't been coming on recently is because of all of the stuff going on in their life. But we already saw from the clip from before, deep into Kiki's broadcast, she indeed confirmed it had absolutely not one thing to do with that. So he's been saying this for days at this point, that, oh yeah, I've been trying to leave them alone. I've been trying not to bug them, blah, blah, blah. Right, guys?
Right.
Totally agreed.
Exactly.
Their involvement in the show was
exactly.
always temporary.
Mm-hmm.
If they would have kept doing this in perpetuity for $100 a show, I'd have been pissed for them. So I was kind of thinking that around.
So what did we find out also from Keanu? That indeed he had not been giving them $100 and definitely would not have been doing so in perpetuity if he had not been doing it already. So apparently that's a huge lie that he's been throwing out there also, that he's been paying them every appearance. Apparently that's not the case according to Keanu. In fact, it sounds like they were rarely getting money for doing the show.
Well, that makes sense because you know what it's like to do a show with somebody who doesn't ever even think of actually paying you, Quan.
Yeah, every show I do. Yes, I'm aware. I never get paid. Why don't you people pay me? It's because I say don't pay me mostly. But also, Keanu did say that she would have been happy to do his show
as a friend.
What do they call it? Gratis. But
yeah.
For free. She was happy to do it for free. So it wasn't going to be an issue. It was just the fact that he's saying he's paying them and then not behind the scenes. So it's another scumbag move by Aaron, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. It's another scummy move from the toe.
A scummy move from the toe. Hopefully my internet keeps up tonight. All right. Okay.
Do you have your
wedding
internet
time? They were going to tell me,
yeah,
it
messes up here and there.
You can't fucking be getting up early and doing your show.
Yep.
Okay.
You knew it was coming. That was your timeline in your head.
So it's the merger. It's the wedding.
Things happen. Compound censored thing.
Yep.
And then retard smoke.
Yeah.
Around me. Like, whatever. So they're not doing the show. Now, as far as I know, and I texted them both yesterday, and I've talked to Keanu on the phone, and I've texted with Gino a couple of times. Both times I've communicated, love you, buddy. You know, blah, 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 blah. I believe got your back was in there, you know, the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
And, but there's a difference between sending friendly chats.
Yep.
And I texted with both of them yesterday. There's a difference between sending nice texts in private and maintaining your distance with your public brand.
Right.
I get that completely. You don't think that I've had friends in the past or have friends now or family members in my life who.
So Gino and Keanu are very concerned about their brand to the point where they can't hang out with the toe anymore, right? Because it would be bad for the brand. Yeah, that's a little rich, wouldn't you say?
Well, it's just like I said earlier. Sometimes there's an option C, and it's just that he's an asshole. I guess option D is that he's a psycho. There's a lot of it's not as cut and dried as like, oh, they don't want to get up early. They're trying to deal with the merger. No, it's just, oh, we realize we don't like you. They're not even considering. He's not even considering that that's possible.
Right. And by option D, I assume you're saying
Nick Rekieta and I are fucking each other.
Yep.
Is that option D?
Exactly. That's what I was thinking.
Who say, keep me away from that fucking show. You know, Slam Piece is one of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you're dating someone that.
I mean,
so what do you guys asked earlier about Slam Piece? I think Slam Piece is still the first Slam Piece. Honestly, I don't think it's swapped. I think we're still on Slam Piece number 1, as far as I can tell, because he's been saying that for weeks. That Slam Piece doesn't like the heat that comes from being part of Steel Toe. That's why he's such a gentleman and not saying her real name. He calls her a gentleman name like Slam Piece. That's a win for the two.
Yeah, no, that's good. It's as though he was just like, yeah, I don't want to dox the dumb whore who's letting me stick it to her. But
do you mean Slam Piece?
He's trying to make
the
it
love
work.
of my life, Slam Piece.
People I fuck. The ones with good sense go, keep me the fuck away from that show. The ones who don't have ulterior motives go, keep me away from that fucking show. I say, okie dokie, that's probably a good call. Judging by.
Yeah, if you're having sex with Aaron Imholt, you definitely want to stay away from his show. That is,
Yeah.
I mean, that is true. That is actually true. That's not a dumb thing.
Hostile place.
Stay away. Yes.
In my
But
experience,
you should watch the show so that you realize, and I know I keep circling back to it, you should know the days that he doesn't hit the goal, because that's the days where he's going to hit your goalpost instead.
Looking to hit something that day.
And I will say, I just got inside information because I'm a famous news source. So of course, Onion is saying that Slam Piece is definitely gone. He didn't say how he knew, but he is saying it like it was a fact. But sometimes he doesn't say it like it's a fact. So yeah, Aaron's a little all over the place with how he talks about Slam Piece. So maybe that is why we're thinking that, Corn.
Yeah, I think so. Oh, I'm
So
glad he's
maybe
trying to make it work with this one.
Right.
some of us learned the hard way. So people think like, oh, Gino and Keanu are abandoning you. If that's the case, half my fucking family right now, or half my friends, or whenever I go somewhere and I hang out with buddies and they're like, don't you dare fucking say my name or talk about this or blah, 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 blah.
Yep.
Then all of them, I guess, abandon me? No, they just don't want to publicly be tied to me.
Yeah.
I am an edgy guy or whatever. I'm a controversial guy. I always have been. I've never not been a controversial guy.
Yeah.
I'm the guy who, if you Google me and radio, I'm the most misogynistic, evil, horrible, because I told some fucking jokes that if you told about a fucking guy on the radio would have been totally fine. But remember, women are equal parts super strong badasses, but also very delicate flowers that you should have a double standard for.
Yeah, we should be able to like hit them and stuff, right, guys?
Punching bags too, right?
Well, it depends on how mouthy they get. Are they going to give me some lip? Because then maybe we're saying. But I'm looking up biggest radio misogynist right now, and I want to see.
Yeah, it shows his face, obviously, right?
Well, I have a couple thoughts who we might see first, and I don't see Steel Toe, and Don Lemon.
Came up first. Melton?
Clearly, I've got it. No, I said biggest radio misogynists, and I don't know. I mean, before I get to Aaron, I would probably go Tom Likas and Bubba the Love Sponge, and this is just all off the top of my head. Yeah, I mean, Bubba makes a very entertaining show, or at least he did, a decade ago. I don't hear it now, but I think alone. Aaron. I've been saying I don't know where he is now. He hasn't been on Sirius for a long time, but Aaron is giving himself too much credit. You're not the most of anything, except for maybe Keanu would say you're the biggest dork.
Yeah, like we said, he might be the biggest lol cow in our little universe. He is the most of something, the most dorky, nerdy, dweeby. I don't know.
Yeah,
a lot of words.
Unliked. A lot of words.
Unliked. Yes, another one. Yeah, that's a good one.
Stand by, they shouldn't be on the air. But no, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Agreed.
Oh.
I don't know why you're kidding.
And I'm having fun with this because it's a comedy show. But I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
As far as I know, from Keanu and Gino, they're doing the anniversary show August 10th.
Yep.
A month from now, they're doing the anniversary show. All systems go. As far as I know about the wedding, still in it, still going.
Yes, isn't this funny to watch, considering he's streaming about 10 minutes before she says, "You're out, motherfucker, you're done." I don't know if it's 10 minutes, but it's not far ahead in the show where it actually all falls apart and he starts hearing it, which stay tuned, folks, because it is hilarious and you have to watch his positivity from this clip, and it goes off a cliff here in about a clip or two. So stay tuned. It's hilarious to watch the meltdown begin and finally conclude with the show he did this morning, where he does about a 10-minute like Mia Copa, Maya Copa, Mia or Maya. What do you prefer? Your name, Maya, Mia Copa,
Mia Culpa.
Yeah.
All right. Don't correct my language, Christian. I'm fond of you, but that only lasts so long. I could do the Aaron turn on you on a dime.
I'll headbutt you.
You know what's best, sir.
I'm the headbutting guy.
All right. I had to add that because I forgot I had that, and then I had to whatever. We had to pull that one up. That's a great clip.
I will say this.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Christian, I never asked you how long you could be on for tonight. Also, same with you, Corn Diff. If you guys ever have to go during the show, no worries. Just give me a heads up. I'll give you a shout out, and you can take off.
I'll hang in for a little while. I don't want to leave while Lemmy's off getting a sandwich or whatever she's doing.
Lemmy's always getting off the show for a minute.
If they told me because of your controversies and your smoke, could you sit out the wedding? I'd understand.
Yeah,
I'd get that. I wouldn't take that one. Oddly enough, I wouldn't take that one personal. I would get, because I would understand the thought process.
Yeah,
it's our special day. We don't want people looking at you going, "What the fuck? Even though most of them won't know who the fuck I am. If they were ever worried that the ones that do know who the fuck I am would go, yeah, guy, me, whatever. Fuck it, fine. I don't need the headache either.
Yeah,
if people are going to be that way. But the one that would bother me is if there was any kind of announcement made publicly before I was informed.
Dun, dun, dun. I mean, do you guys? I know you guys are educated fellows. I assume you understand the definition of foreshadowing. This feels like a huge foreshadowing moment of the podcast.
Yeah, it's almost like, Aaron's a time traveler and he's not supposed to let on that he knows what's about to happen, but he's just really bad at it and he kind of forgets. I think that his magic 8-ball told him that everything was going to be okay. And
whoa! You don't know what you just said there. You said
what you're saying. I said 8-ball. Where did he get that from? Nick Mercatus. Fucking home run.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
I think that he had no expectation. But what you're playing right now, I hadn't seen before, so I didn't realize.
It's amazing.
He actually said,
amazing, dude.
"Well, you know what would really suck is that thing that's about to happen in like 20 minutes."
Exactly. It's so amazing, man. Yeah, like I said, I watched Keanu's show. And then I went and watched this afterwards, and it was just like mind-boggling. It was like, oh my god, that all coincided. The timing couldn't have been better for all of this shit to happen. Then he starts getting notifications. That's what even makes it better.
Feel like a shitty move. That would feel like a not a friend thing.
I guess that would actually be a question. Do you think he had an inkling that it was about to happen? No, completely not. 100% not. Or maybe in the back of his mind, he was like, "Oh man."
I think he probably had an idea something was about to happen like that, and he was trying to position them as they might be pieces of shit if they act against him.
Yes, there you go.
It's almost like he's realizing in real time that could happen, and he's like, "Oh Jesus, I hope they wouldn't do this thing. That oh my god, I would actually feel pretty bad about that." But if you check him out today, it didn't even bother him.
If it's about to happen. Yes.
Yeah.
You nailed it.
But if it was the wedding, that one I would understand completely. If it was the show on August 10th, that would piss me off a little. Because we've already sold tickets. It's already a booking. We've already, offered the money.
Is he talking about the roast?
Yes, the 10-year anniversary show. They have been invited the entire time and have been planning on going. But I know for a fact that ain't happening anymore, right?
Yeah, so he's saying he would be pissed if they backed out of that event.
Yes, yes. Because it's hard to get a new talent to come on the show. So, right. He might have to find one of his old co-hosts to do it now. Maybe like Corey Adams. I don't know.
It's just going to be Aaron and Johnny Crutches up there.
Yeah. What else do you need, really? A few cameos sent in. Like he thinks Kevin Brennan's going to send. Oh, wait. No, that's right. Kevin Brennan said, did you guys see that on my Misery Loves Company where Ozone sent in $100 and said, this is to bribe you to not do a roast video for Aaron? And Kevin Brennan instantly said, okay, done. I'm not doing it. He instantly, because right after that, Ozone sent in 20 gifted memberships. He's like, to sweeten the pot. And then Kevin was like, yeah, okay, no problem. I won't do one just because you sent me money.
It's that easy. That's great.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, well, money talks, bullshit walks, as they say.
I'm looking at the Eventbrite website, the Steel Toe 10th anniversary party and roast of Aaron Imholt. Aaron brings friends, people he paid to show up, and both to celebrate the 10th anniversary of Steel Toe and to get made fun of. Quad, you and Corndiff might be surprised. There are tickets available, and the reason I looked is that he just said we've sold tickets. The roast tickets are $30. You can get a tournament and the show for $35. I don't know how you're going to feel about this, Corndiff. There's a cornhole tournament. That sounds violent to corn. I don't think that's something that he should be doing.
I'm all for it. The only problem I have with him is that he eats corn the long way, and it just feels wrong.
Yeah, like our thumbnail. If you go check out the thumbnail, you know exactly what Corndiff's talking about. At the Corn Palace. How did you like that thumbnail, Corn?
I liked it a lot. It sucks that that Corn Palace is actually in Minnesota. That's the only thing in Minnesota I would want to go see.
No, it's in Mitchell, North Dakota.
Is it North Dakota?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I'd want to go to the Corn Palace before Mount Rushmore, but
Well, cornhole's close enough. Just enjoy every cornhole you can and go with that.
That's what I always tell Lemmy.
Whoa, hey-o. She likes that kind of talk. You be careful.
I have been alone for the last 10 days now.
Right. Oh, yeah.
15, actually.
Oh, my gosh. Don't tell our friend Husey that. He might.
Yeah, I know. I was going to have a retort to this, but I'll leave that one be.
We'll leave it to Husey.
Yeah. If he wants to DM you, he can. That's fine. That's his deal.
But the other one, I get that because that's their thing. The anniversary show and the roast is very important to me, at least. And
if you don't show up, you don't want me to at your wedding. That's fine. But if you don't show up to that 10-year anniversary show, well then, fuck you, motherfuckers. That's important to me. Your wedding, not so much.
Quad, people are upset in the chat that you're not reading off the gifted memberships.
God dang it. I love taking a break right in the middle of the show to do that, but absolutely I do
but they're getting upset.
Antsy in their pantsies? Is that what you're saying?
And about half of them hate me. So
it's a revolt.
Yeah.
No. But yes, absolutely. Peter Sky Parker, thank you very much for the gifted BYB Podcast membership. And again, coming in with a second one, Peter Sky Parker with one gifted BYB Podcast membership. I think he's chipping us by doing them incrementally in ones. Yes. But once again, look who's coming in with one BYB Podcast membership gifted. I said that one backwards. Did I save it okay? Or
I think you did it. I think you nailed it.
I worked it out. I would like to introduce myself to you as myself. All right. Thank you very much, Peter Sky Parker. We do appreciate that. You are awesome. You are helping keep the lights on and the dream alive, sir. Indeed. All right. Back to it. Back to it.
I would, and to do it 30 days away leaves me a little in the lurch to find new people.
Lurch.
Although I bet
he was
Corey
great
Adam
on the
might
Munsters.
be sitting around going, if they cancel, Aaron's going to have to give me a little
Or
more.
Adam's family. I mean, whatever one.
Be a decent deal. But
coin flip.
Yeah, we'll keep. I wish her a good show. I hope it goes well. And as far as the Steel Toe update on her show today, it shouldn't be anything other than they're not doing the show anymore, which we both talked about. Her and I and Gino both talked about yesterday, and we are all very supportive of each other.
Right. Yeah. Like Kiana was just saying a minute ago when we watched that other clip about how they're all on the same page and texting and conversating and staying up to date with each other. Yes. Yes. You remember that when that happened?
Yes, he was really good at group chats.
Yes, he's doing the group chat thing. Oh, look at this guy coming in. Peter Sky Parker with another BYB gifted podcast membership. Beep, 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 beep. I'm going to have to put a sticky note on my screen just so I can remember how to say that right. I don't know what my problem is. I need more sticky notes. Help with sticky notes. Yeah, thank you, Peter Sky Parker. You're awesome, buddy. You're awesome. And another guy, look at the rapper from Canada, Guru, coming in with a $1.50 super sticker, Canadian. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that.
Yeah, it's like 85 cents.
Yeah, it's like nothing or something. It's not even, yeah, no, keep throwing them in there. If you do a lot of them, they add up, Christian.
Yeah, they add up.
So don't dissuade my audience from doing super stickers. How dare you?
I just want them all for myself on Who Are These Broadcasters? Tomorrow at 2.
These broadcasters. B Smiley the Third with a 99-cent super sticker. Yeah, why don't you say something negative about that one? It's only like 66 cents. That's not.
Oh, that's
much,
real money.
really.
That's American dollars. That's for real.
True. I repeat,
It's
that is
Canadian
true.
money that I'll make fun of.
Oh, and Flat Cat, lovely Flat Cat, who sent me magnets in the mail that said BYB. They're branded. Yes, all family now have BYB magnets on their fridge. So they are not pores, none whatsoever, Flat Cat, not with fancy magnets like that. Thank you, Flat Cat, for the $1.99 super sticker. You're a gem. And hot enough to be one of the gems, if you know what I'm saying.
Ew.
That's a reference to old cartoons. Only a
you're
fancy
talking
boy
about
like
Gem
me.
and the holograms? You know what?
Yes.
You always struck me as a Misfits guy, Quad. I figure like you would have liked the Misfits. Not the
real Misfits. I did
no,
like.
no,
Yes,
no.
the real
The
ones.
one
No,
from
not the
Gem and
cartoons.
holograms. The girls.
No, not the cartoons. No.
All right.
I'm all about the real Misfits. Michael Graves, indeed. All right. But that's enough of a side tangent out of you.
On the whole thing. So if there's anything other than that tonight, I'm going to go, my friends would tell me that privately and then talk about it on their show.
Foreshadowing again?
Yeah. But I have no indication that that's happened.
Right.
And I'm certainly not going to believe any of you if you tell me it happened. Let's go to...
He goes on to believe
Hold on a
everything. He goes on to believe everything that is said in his chat. It's the funniest fucking thing.
Yeah,
I thought I
absolutely.
was taking crazy pills last night. It was hilarious.
But yeah, exactly. That's what made this whole thing so fun is how whatever. The lolcow that is Aaron is what makes it fun. Let's just be honest. KB with $1.50 super sticker. Thank you very much, KB. We appreciate you. As you know, you're a lovely lady indeed. Look at you guys. You're just sending them in one at a time. Look at you. Peter Sky Parker with $1. Thank you, sir. We appreciate that. Absolutely, 100%, sir. Yes, you guys rock. All right, moving right along. Only got a couple more
Now,
seconds.
Cody,
of this clip.
don't do that.
And
I
we
don't
got
like
a
it
million
when you do
hours
this.
of other clips.
Keanu is going over you right now. You should have good clips for tomorrow. Don't fucking do that when I'm on the air. Fucking tell me what's being said. Give me some fucking bullet points. or don't send me shit. I love you, Cody. You're great. I'm not yelling at you. I'm yelling with you.
That's weird yelling with.
Better.
Aaron's drug addiction with.
Yeah, did you hear what Matt just said? That's a weird yelling with. Wow. He actually kind of called him out for yelling at the guy. That's a weird yelling with. I love it. Keep that kind of shit up, Matt. That's what we need more of.
199 says, besides Matt and Johnny, why does everyone leave? Well, I had to let two of them go, like Corey and Oz. It just, the math wasn't mathing. Adrian didn't come over when we got canned from radio.
Mm-hmm.
All right, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, that's a very good point. Why does everyone leave?
I don't know who any of those people are. I'm not that deep on Steel Toe. Do you guys know who those co-hosts were? Because
yeah,
Lemmy does.
Okay. What do you know about them, Lemmy? I feel like whatever reason they left, it was his fault, but I might be biased.
When he moved to YouTube, he couldn't afford to pay Oz and Corey anymore.
I see.
And Corey kind of like, he had a little fun time with Melton a little bit and Melton's audience and stuff. And it was all like fun and stuff. And Aaron took it really, really personally. And I don't think we ever saw Corey again after that.
Yeah, you cannot be friends with Melton and be on the toe.
That's so unlike the toe to take things overly personal and react, quickly.
Peter, Ashley, Sky, Parker, Angel, Jesus, dollar. Thank you, sir, ma'am, whatever you might be, an alt of Peter, Sky, Parker, possibly. Yes, thank you, sir, ma'am. Natclo 2.0, Clipper channel guy. Thank you for all your clips. Good stuff. Member for 3 months. Thank you for being a member. Also, rest in piss for Steel Toe. Indeed, rest in piss, Steel Toe. I think the turn may have already happened, and we'll be watching the fallout. I think that's kind of at the point we're at right now, just watching the slow demise. Flat Cat Jessica with $1 super sticker. Thank you very much, Flat Cat. You rock. Lady. Whoa, lady. No. All right. Enough of that. I'm turning into Stuttering John right before you guys' eyes. It's going to disgust you. All right. So now this is Kiki. The word starts to creep in that Kiki is indeed burying the Steel Toe, which seems impossible. You would think that Steel Toe is impervious to getting buried, but
it's a pro show.
Go. It's a pro show. All right, you guys doing this dollar thing is making me work hard. I don't mind it one bit, but it is a lot of work, and I hope I don't miss one. B Smiley the Third coming in with a 99-cent super sticker. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right. Next. Kiki, words coming in, folks.
She's my friend.
The foreshadowing may be coming true like right
bullying,
before your eye.
Pressuring thing. I'm not. I've got a show to do. She's got a show to do. Ozone
Is
with
it
199
coming a guy right before your eye?
I do not believe that, and I'll tell you why. I feel like she's a stand-up person, and she would have said something to me. I do.
I would think they do.
You know, he's never said that to me, not once. He's never said I was a stand-up person. And that really pisses me off.
Just would.
Yeah. I feel like these are stand-up people. I've trusted them. I believe in them. They would contact me first. So I don't I'm sorry, guys. I think you might be mistaking people explaining their feelings for going off and burying and shit. Forgive me for thinking that the internet's being dramatic. Now, could you guys be right?
Is the internet picking on the toe? The internet again, picking on the toe. That damn pesky internet. Shit show, 99-cent super sticker. Thank you very much, sir. We do appreciate that around here. You keep it up. I like how Corn dances for every super sticker. We need that to be a permanent fixture on the show. The dancing for super stickers.
You could be right. But usually when you err on the side of caution with the internet, you're safer. You win that bet.
Well, how many times have people say, "Oh, so said this about you," and you go listen, and you're like, "Yeah,
right,
he's right. What's the
Yeah,
problem?"
that wasn't.
That's fact.
Not
Like,
a big fucking deal.
So the internet is a mean guy that picks on us, and it's also a casino, a place where you can make bets.
like a thing we've already talked about and addressed.
Yeah. Ozone with $4.99 says, "Can we wager on this? I'll give you 25 to 1 odds. Name your price." No, I'm not wagering. I'm telling you that I'm erring on the side of caution. That's all.
Ozone, might I mention, also the guy that paid Kevin Brennan not to do a cameo for his roast. So he's a dual player. He likes to go over to a Steel Toe and fuck with Steel Toe in person, and then go to Kevin Brennan and ruin all of his plans that he's well informed about. Hilarious guy. I like this Ozone fellow.
I love the people that just like to watch it burn.
Burn, baby. Burn, motherfucker, burn. That's right. Just like that group that I can't think of right now, Rage Against the Machine. Long Duck Dong. Thank you, sir, for the $1 super sticker. Indeed, we do appreciate that. Totally not Stevie Lou.
Hey.
$1. Thank you, sir, for the $1. We appreciate that.
Thank you for not being Stevie Lou.
Yeah. Totally. 100%. Absolutely.
I know that's a hot take, but
two-
I stand by it.
Yeah. We all do here at the BYB, as you know.
20 away from tonight. Thank you very much, Ozone. Appreciate it. Very nice of you. If you guys want to continue,
Yes, Ozone's very nice.
Throwing money
Very
at it,
nice.
keep going. We'll knock it out today.
He's your friend.
And of course, as I said, we've got cocaine and Red Lobster, not like to serve you, but just.
Toe, you had me on that. I thought if I gave you $20, I'd get Coke and Lobster. I'd get Coke sprinkled on those Cheddar Bay biscuits that are delicious. From fucking Toe, you got me again.
Yeah, first time was the Magic 8-Ball you thought you were going to get, and now it's Coke and Red Lobster.
Let me promise drugs. I don't understand how there have been no drugs on this show.
Guns, drugs, and kids. And SpaghettiOs and retarded 16-year-olds. And what else? Kids, 9-year-olds doing cocaine.
Tone deaf 9-year-olds.
Do you guys remember when he said April didn't call that kid retarded?
Yeah.
And then he was like, yesterday, he goes, "She never told you that she called that kid retarded."
Yeah.
I need that side by side.
Yeah, no doubt. Somebody, get on that. Somebody.
And also, that guy who wrote in and said you should have some good clips for tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into a big public thing. If it is negative and if it is fuck Aaron and Aaron's fucking terrible and I fucking hate him and all this shit, fine. I don't want to get into a big public thing with them. I don't dislike those two. Those two were very much there for me at a very turbulent time when a bunch of people did very abusive, hurtful things to me. So,
right.
I mean, it would be pretty weird to fucking stop being my friend over allegations that didn't.
Yeah, everybody, just make sure you guys all remember who's the real victim here. Let's make sure not to forget that Aaron is the victim in this whole situation, right? And if you forget that, he'll try to remind you at every moment, every chance he gets.
Every turn.
But yeah, I love how he turns that. And yeah, I don't want this to become a big thing. But if they don't show up to my anniversary show, then they can go fuck themselves, right, guys?
Didn't even happen when
I hear that fan. I hear the fan.
We knew each other, and
all right.
True, but look, I don't want it to be, hey, that's the internet.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes the internet gets the better of people. And sometimes people feed into the internet stuff. What are you going to do? What are they saying what are they going to in the chat before we move on?
Sometimes.
They like their melodrama. So
let's read the chat, guys. Let's see what positive things are being
Aaron
said in the chat.
It makes no sense.
Right.
Let's
That's
go
what
to
I'm
the
thinking.
positive chat.
Why would it just all of a sudden be fuck Aaron, this, that? Like, what happened?
I don't think it would be fuck
Why would
Aaron.
they be texting you yesterday and then be like, fuck Aaron today?
Yeah, Matt. It's almost weird that that happened, right? Isn't that weird that yesterday they were texting you and today they were saying on air that no one ever texted him and they don't know what the fuck he's talking about? Isn't that weird? Good point, Matt. Good point. It's kind of funny. Like, obviously, Matt's sitting there and probably has an idea that that's a bullshit story. So is he calling him out for being full of shit, or is he actually not know and is putting him on the spot?
No. He knows that there's cocaine and Red Lobster in his future, so he's just taking it all in.
You don't want to miss out.
No.
I think he's incrementally like letting on that he's not going to be immersed in the bullshit. You know what I mean? I think Matt takes his small little stands. They're passive aggressive Minnesotans. You know what I mean?
So he's distancing himself just ever so slightly, but a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Does seem to be that way.
Like, he keeps trying to get him to do morning shows. And Matt's like, I'm never going to fucking do a morning show with you ever.
Well, he can't, not with his work schedule or whatever, but yeah. I don't think that's in the cards.
Their text, but like, it was very cordial. And it was very...
In fact, I think he does. I do have a clip of him later bringing that up. They actually talk about that, about doing the morning shows.
Yeah. Yeah, I said to Keanu, I get it. No hard feelings. You guys filled in when I really needed you. I appreciate it. And she loved that comment. That was
she loved
end of
it.
text yesterday. And
all right.
Yeah. Gino just said I have a lot of stuff on my end in this merger. And
he does.
I'm curious when those texts were from, because I have a feeling he's sent a bunch more texts since then and probably got no response, because that's pretty much what they said.
I don't believe they were even real texts.
You just think he's just making shit up at that
I don't
point?
think they were even real texts. Yeah.
Do you have the letter that the Toe got from his daughter? His daughter wrote him a letter.
No, I don't. Where'd you see that?
People will have to check that out on Who Are These Podcasts. The new episode will be available wherever you get audio podcasts tomorrow. But
Awesome.
We did cover it today. And so for a future show, you should find that his 10-year-old daughter allegedly wrote him a letter.
Well, I can't cover that now because you'll have broken the news by the time I get to it. And I'm not gonna step on your guys'.
Right. I'm just gonna say you could cover it in the future, and here's why you might want to. The letter was very Jesus-y, so there's a lot of faith. That's
was it like, Daddy, Jesus would love you more if you would stop being a cuckold. Daddy, why are you a cuckold? That sounds disgusting. Daddy, would you stop doing cocaine with those Ricada people? I'm starting to worry about you, Daddy. That kind of shit.
Daddy, Jesus never choked a bitch. All right. So try to be more like
Daddy.
Jesus.
Yeah. Daddy, next time you're thinking about headbutting a lady, why don't you think, what would Jesus do?
I'm the headbutting guy.
It's never gonna get old.
No, it's not. That's like, I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. It's like so fucking over the top. Hey, Popeye. I'm the headbutting guy. Love it. All right, internet.
And I responded to that. And
the internet's been picking on me today. The internet has not been nice to me. I wish the internet would be more nice.
It's not very cool at all.
So there's never been any animosity. In fact, I got a phone call from Keanu, not this past weekend, but the weekend before. And it was, we love you. We've got your back.
We love
you.
you.
This whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing new has come
You're
out
so
since
cool.
then. No, it's the same horse shit that it's always been. But I don't know. I don't really have anything to address at the moment.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Give it 10 minutes, Aaron. You'll have
both.
plenty to
I think they're great.
address. Just give it a minute, buddy.
If they're shitting
Wait
on
for
me
it.
or
Wait for
quitting
it.
everything, disinviting me to everything, I mean, I don't deserve that, obviously, but I get it. It's fine.
Yeah, you've been nothing but perfect lately.
Like I said,
what could possibly
I
be
know that
wrong?
when your chips are down and people are doing shit to you and you got bad things going on, I've always said, you go to your blood.
Mm-hmm.
My blood's been there for me, and
But you go to your blood by what? What's that? That's what people do right before they shoot up, I thought. Yeah, you always go to your blood. You go to the heroin. You know,
Go right
then
to
you
the
feel
blood.
nothing. Then
Find
all
the
the
main
feelings go away. All those pesky feelings that you don't want to deal with. Right, guys?
Right for the blood.
The blood. Yes. They want me to kill myself. I
What do you
think
think
I'll
is going-
go for the blood. The blood.
What do you think's going through Matt's head right now? At any given moment.
I think it's a lot less than you would actually imagine. It's probably like Little Caesar sounds good tonight.
Whatever
I think
it
I want
is.
pizza.
Whatever it is, it has nothing to do with what Aaron's talking about. He's thinking about, I'm pretty sure the Twins have a doubleheader against the White Sox today. I wonder if I can, catch the middle of the first game before this bullshit's over.
That'd be damn near
Exactly.
productive. I think he's just thinking about colors and shapes. And shit.
Blue square.
Is there a squirrel out that window?
Green's good too, though.
Oh, hi, doggy. Look, there's a doggy out the window.
No, that's just slam piece.
the friends that I consider ride or die, they reveal themselves
right
in times like this. And I have fucking army of those types of people. Tell you that much. All right, let's do the Coke and Red Lobster story.
But not after the gay
commercial
Subaru?
first.
What brand of car?
It's a
What
phone.
brand of
It's
car?
a gay phone commercial.
Oh, it's a phone commercial.
We're gonna do this Coke and Red Lobster story, and we're gonna let Keanu do her show. Everyone, be nice.
The best part of that is he's like, "No, we're gonna do the Coke and Red Lobster thing right now, and move on, right?" But it takes him like 5 minutes to get to it. It's so fucking amazing. Spinal Bifidef, thank you, sir, for the $2 and the LOLO. Thank you, sir. I hope I read that right.
Be professional. Let her do her show and let her have her say.
Do a pro show,
it'd be nice
Kiki.
if
You can do a
friends
pro
could
show
talk to-
too.
You know, if she's saying anything
Just like the toe.
more than we're done with the show, and this has been really well. I mean, if she's saying things like this has been really difficult for us, blah blah blah, that's fair too. They've said that to me. If there's any other declarations further than that, I certainly wasn't aware of them, and.
Oh, no new declarations? Let's get to that Coke and Red Lobster story. If there is any, yeah. Do you love how he jumped from let's get to the story to right back blabbing about what Kiki may or may not have said? He got distracted instantly. I fucking love it. Like
a boomerang segue.
Yeah, well, someone said, "Oh, look, squirrel," but no, this is literally Aaron's the guy looking at squirrels, not Matt. Squirrel.
I'm a big boy.
There's a squirrel in the
if
chat.
the word is "fuck you,"
What the
I
chat
can handle
say?
"fuck you." I've heard "fuck yous" before.
And what?
Fuck
I
you,
lived
Aaron.
with 3 coke addicts in a polycule.
Oh, pause that.
I
Pause
love
that.
how people.
He said 3 coke addicts,
But you
Quad. He's
just-
not counting the kids with the cocaine residue in their hair. Remember they were doing lines off the tops of the kids' heads.
3.5 Coke.
Yeah, at least
Yes.
3.5.
And I just totally fucked up the timestamp.
Oh, I didn't mean to fuck up your whole thing. I'm sorry, Quad.
No, you didn't. I I clicked. I'm the idiot. I think this is
Sorry,
about
let's blame Corn Diff.
Yeah, fuck that guy.
So, yeah. And I'm not. Look, I'm not going to cut up clips and do them on the show tomorrow because
that's
I
work.
don't see my relationship with those two as a bit. It's not an internet gimmick or an internet thing.
Yeah.
I've hung out with them. They're wonderful people.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, the way I look at it as if there is a scenario where people like that would ever flip, I will always put myself on the cross and let them throw shit at me. I'll put my head in the stocks, and if they want to throw tomatoes, they can throw tomatoes.
No, throwing shit sounded better. I like that.
Yeah, definitely.
It would be phony. I like them. They don't like me. All right.
Oh,
it's happened before. It'll happen again. That's
it'll
life.
definitely happen again.
I'm keeping her on a positive tip these days. All right. Coke and Red Lobster. Let's get to it. Let's knock out tonight's goal.
And that was it. He finally, how long did that take to get to Coke and Red Lobster? Is that a fucking mind-blowing thing? Every little, everything that people had said. So that was it, 31 minutes into the show. And he actually makes it for another 32 minutes of really not talking. Yeah. Like he didn't really say anything about the situation. And then more stuff starts coming in. Of course, he has to start talking about it. Let me get there real quick.
I
with
imagine
my
that goes
crinkled hands. What's that?
And him talking about it, I imagine that goes well for him.
Yeah, I'm sure it does.
All right, let's watch more squirrels running across the chat. And he bites every time. It's kind of fun. I love that fucking look at that face. But yeah, it's funny how he gives us advice all the time for not falling for stuff. Don't just believe the stuff you see on the internet. Yes, you should take your own advice there sometime, Aaron.
She called you a dweeb to your face.
Yeah. I mean, I've been watching Kiki. So sad. Me for you. I mean, look, people are allowed to have
Me
their
so
opinions.
sad. Me for you.
I
Me
mean,
for you.
the fact that if that's
We love you
true,
long
they're doing
time.
it on their show instead of talking to their friend, quote unquote.
Quote unquote friend.
Look, what do you?
He's starting to get a little sad, huh?
do?
You notice that?
Here's Crunchy.
A noticeable
not
change. A noticeable change in his attitude towards this whole thing. He's like, I love it.
Direct the flow of the show. Oh, that's fine. Well, let's see. Kiki is ripping you to shreds, and I'm in disbelief. All of a sudden, she knows the word misogynistic. I'm sorry, Aaron. Hang in there. I don't think you should even listen to it tonight, but I suppose you don't have a choice. The internet is cancer. We love you, bud. Keep on, and this too shall pass. Fake people are really fucking good at being fake. I don't know what she said yet.
Oh, shit.
But if what people are saying is true, then like I said, I have a lot of great people in my life. I have a lot of incredible people who are supportive of me.
He's got Matt and Johnny Crutches. Who else?
Continue to be very.
What else does he need?
Cheeto at Stoney's there is still a great friend. Slam Piece. They have a friendship you wouldn't understand. It's above you.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
People are allowed to think what they want. Citizen M says, I just caught up to Keanu listening at 2 times speed. They didn't talk to you privately because they don't believe anything you say. Her words.
Boom! There it is, folks.
Damn.
She just said, so watching in real time, him doing a show and talking about all their texts, and then this shit pops up. That's amazing. Because they don't believe a word you fucking say. That's why. Wow. The revelations just keep creeping into. Steve C, thank you, sir. $5. I love this. I love this comment. I'm camping at the Johnson's Shut-ins in Missouri. Still got my earbud in, and the signal is great. Let me tell Granny I hate him.
I absolutely will next time he calls. I promise I will.
But what about the scissoring? He never even brought up the scissoring, did he? Interesting. You might want, just for Steve C, you might want to bring up, just say, hey, you know the scissoring guy? Just say that. That'll be great.
I didn't bring up the crinkled hands with you, dude. You did.
Wow. Make it personal. Great. Really mature of you, Lemmy.
Don't shoot the messenger, dude.
Fair. Yeah, thank you very much, Steve C. Beloved chatter, $2. Thank you very much, sir. Tough. Aaron was terrified to show Keanu's stream. Yeah, he would not stream Sniper. Very curious indeed. I think.
Well, stream sniping is not cool. It's very not cool to stream.
I'm above it. You know, other people on the internet stream snipe, and that's not very cool. I'm above that.
He's not a comedian. He's not quick. I guess I'm assuming he just needs time to craft his response to whatever she's saying. He'd be so hung out to dry if he tried that.
Oh, yeah. No, see, everybody seems to think he looks at a monitor all the time. I actually think the fucker writes a script up for his show, and he's reading notes all the time. I swear, I think that's what he's doing. But Lemmy says he's staring at himself. I think he's reading fucking notes, like shit he pre-writes for the show.
There are a lot of shows that operate that way. Shows that have been on for a long time, where literally everything that the host says is written out. So, and I'm not talking about TV. So, Aaron probably needs that, but I don't know who's possibly writing it out for him. Matt?
Oh, well,
yeah.
Well, if he is writing it for himself, it's probably like bullet points, stuff for him to stick to, because I do see him scrambling for like proper sentences sometimes, which makes me think he has bullet points and he's trying to in real time fashion it into sentences. That's
unless every day Charlotte sends him a letter, handwrites him a letter. Jesus would like you to talk about this today.
Obviously, he doesn't have a teleprompter, and on the teleprompter, it has nothing about Jesus, right? What would Jesus do? What would Jesus do? He would have fed those retarded children SpaghettiOs, of course.
Jesus would say, "I love Judas more than I love you."
Yeah, for 20 pieces of silver, I will definitely turn my back on you, Keanu.
Corndiff liked my Sunday school joke. I'm glad.
I did.
I liked it. It's funny. Good stuff. Lemmy can probably was Corey in studio when he did the show sometimes?
Sometimes. Well, he moved to Texas. So when he
I know, but if he
Texas,
was in studio, then he might know if he actually reads a script. Like he would probably know. He would probably have seen. I doubt they have a teleprompter, but I'm sure that he reads some of this shit. Like when he freestyle rapped, he stared at the same spot in the room, like slightly over there. He stares at it. When he was rapping,
like teleprompter style apps that you can open up. I wouldn't be surprised if he had something like that. Yeah. I just write everything that I say on a Word document. Like I'm looking at it right now because I knew we were going to talk about this.
Maybe, yeah. So you have like a AI generated joke thing, and it listens to us, and then it makes a joke for you.
I miss penis.
Close
That's
enough.
what it said on it.
Yeah,
I just read what it said. Yeah,
it's getting better all the time. Eventually, it'll figure it out.
We're still working out the bugs, Quad.
I wrote Christian's script. Turns out.
Oh yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Good job. Not bad. Not bad. It's pro.
Well then, I guess that's my answer to all my shit.
Because everything you said so far has been true. Again.
Yeah, I get a little. I'll tell you this, and this isn't just a Keanu thing. This is an internet people in general thing. I get a little fucking tired of everything I say checking the fuck out.
Yeah.
And people still going, you don't believe it. All right, then fine. I'll let my fucking record speak for itself.
Whoa. The record speak for itself. You mean like when you lied to us like for month after month after month after month about drugs and like everything, swing, all that stuff. Yes, Aaron, you are the arbiter of truth. We have learned that indeed. Does that blow your fucking minds, guys? Come on.
He was so steadfast about it too until it all was like in his face. And I think that's a common theme with this guy, and it will be until the very bitter end. He's going to lie and pretend everything is very cool until the end punches him in the face.
Yes, movies record. Oh, yes. That's a good one. Yeah, he do you think he actually believes what he's trying to sell the audience right now, or is he just trying to catch up with all of the stuff that's falling down around him?
Damage control.
Yeah, damage control for the 50% of the audience that still believes his shit.
It's definitely damage control, but if there was ever a guy who spews so much bullshit that he'll eventually start to believe it and think that, he's saying the same bullshit enough, at some point he's just going to think it's true. And so he's going to think that he's the arbiter of truth.
Yeah, that is amazing to me, though. That
everything I have said has come out and has been true. So,
which time?
Koo says, don't address any of this. I'm not going to. I'm not
too late.
That's unfortunate.
He's not going to address. He's not going to address any of this stuff, right? Except for he spends like the rest of the show addressing this stuff. It's insane.
Yeah.
He keeps saying that now. Oh yeah, I'm the arbiter of truth, and I'm done talking about this.
If that look,
we can't move on.
He's in the front seat with John Travolta and Sam Jackson in Pulp Fiction. Man, I don't even have an opinion. I got nothing to say about any of this. But since you asked.
On a roll right now. I've got a lot of good people in my life.
Mm-hmm.
I just, if people want to, if that's her opinion, if that's what she thinks of me, that's what she thinks of me. That's her opinion.
Well, that's like your opinion, man.
We had a good run.
And if that's her opinion, then she's a dumb cunt, obviously.
Right. Yeah, if she exactly.
We had a good run. And I don't take it as her siding with anybody or siding. She doesn't like me. Doesn't think I'm, doesn't think I'm being honest, which is fucking hilarious to me. Seeing as, again, you can fucking check, you can consult the record as far as I'm fucking concerned.
We have checked the record, and the record says you are not the you're not the father, buddy. You're the father of lies.
Check with the toe. The toe never lies.
Yes, you looked into your magic 8-ball again, didn't you, Christian? You stayed up all night looking at it too, didn't you?
I may have.
I wish him the best. There. I don't
it's
I
funny.
Also don't stand to gain anything.
He still doesn't have all the facts. He doesn't know what's being said exactly. He's just going with it already. So you remember when earlier he was talking about don't believe everything you see on the internet. It's funny how he falls for his own advice like instantly within minutes. Amazing.
By feuding with those two or fighting with those two.
Nothing.
And you know what? When you have a divorce that involves drugs, swinging, manipulation, shit like that, anger, resentment, all of that shit, then you know what? A lot of times relationships get damaged and lost in that. What can you do? Or in my case, sometimes, like with my parents and a bunch of other people, relationships get repaired, which is also something to consider. 490.
The toe wins again. Indeed. Yeah, he's repairing relationships. Things are getting better in his life, right? Absolutely. Yeah, his parents talked to him again. Is that because he got rid of that swinging cokehead, that horrible person, April?
Apparently,
everything was her fault.
He got back into church a lot too, right?
Yeah, I think that's probably the only way his dad's going to talk to him is if he pretends that he's found the Lord.
Yeah, what do you think the first day he came back to church? He was like, is the swinging at church very good? Is it very cool? Do you guys have good cocaine and Molly?
So we like put all of our keys in a fishbowl, right? And on the way out, somebody just takes whatever keys they want and they'll go home with a stranger. That's the way church works now, isn't it?
He's like taking notes on how they get everyone to put money in the offering plate. He's like, how do y'all get them to just put it in so easily?
Guys, I'm sorry to interrupt the sermon, but the pastor says we're still $120 away from the goal. Jesus needs you all to rally. Streamlabs, Venmo, PayPal, memberships, gifted memberships. Come on. We'll even
I heard you guys have an offering plate too. I also heard you have wonderful wine. Where's the wine? Can we get into that now?
Church is so cool.
This is way cool. Oh, you guys even have daycare? This is awesome.
Oh.
Louis. All right, I'm done. I'm done. Okay, so Pod Awful, who has been attached at the hip with Aaron for some reason lately, he called in to offer some more advice or whatever, had some thoughts, and he kind of caught Aaron off guard as per usual, and you'll see this back and forth. Another thing that blew my mind about this podcast. Here we go.
Is this the real? Is this somebody? I know Rusty was fighting with people in the chat. Is this the real Rusty Grammer?
No, it's Jesse from Pod Awful.
What's going on, buddy?
Oh God.
Have you turned on me too?
No. All right. Here's the thing.
All
now
right.
I got banned in your chat for saying this, but I think I'm saying a good thing here.
You understand that I'm not banning anyone in my chat.
Yeah, I know it's not you. It was probably Rusty Grammar, actually. All right, listen, I know the scuttlebutt is afoot. I thought when I saw these screenshots and things, my first thought is that's easily fake. This doesn't look real. This seems crazy. Aaron said a million times he's in a good place with his ex, all this stuff.
Yeah. So
here's the thing that people need to think about. Really, really think this one through, folks, before you pick a side here. I believe Aaron. I believe that these are fake screenshots. I believe he didn't do any of this headbutt business.
Well, no, I didn't do the headbutt. I didn't say they're fake screenshots, though.
Well, they're real screenshots. They're fake messages, right?
I haven't seen exactly what the messages are, but April and I got to be careful how I discuss this because I'm technically not allowed to directly, but April and I got these back in January when things were very good between the two of us.
The nervous leg tap going full force. I don't know if you noticed that, but yeah, that was a pretty good trick that he put Aaron on the spot to admit that all of those texts were real. And the way he did it was just saying like, oh, those are all fake texts, right? And then of course, Aaron has to expound on it. So once again, Pod Awful was trolling him. I don't think Aaron was even aware of it. Do you think he caught the troll, or is he too dense to even know what he was actually getting him to admit?
I believe he is.
Yeah, he has no idea. Yeah.
Yeah, in whatever. He's like, oh, I have to be careful what I say and whatnot. But it's like, yeah, Jesse, all Jesse had to do was come. Sorry, Corn.
Oh, no, well, I'm sorry. No, but he said he's not allowed to talk about it. Not allowed by who? What's he not allowed to talk about?
He is not allowed to talk about like Ashley LaRue and all that stuff because he has that order of protection. So he cannot talk about her, to her. He can't talk through a third person to her. Like I do believe he cannot like comment on it on the internet. But either way, he can say whether or not the texts were real. Like he can admit to that. And so I think Pod Awful caught that. He figured that was a good question and he caught him off guard with it. So we actually got him admitting some shit on the phone, which is hilarious.
Yeah, in the chat, in the chat, Mark Hardman says something that I was going to jump in with. He's not banning people, but I've seen the screenshots. He told his mods to ban anyone who says anything negative. So no, he's not physically deleting them and kicking them out, but he's like, hey, make sure that you delete comments and kick everyone out. So I think that the toe might be telling a little bit of a fib there, Quad.
Yeah, no, I mean he absolutely last week said, or it might have been earlier. It was last week. He told his mods to shut that chat down, man. That's right.
Was that when he
If
gave
they
them
were
free
worried
reign
about
to
this
do
or
whatever the
that-
fuck they want?
Yes, sir. Get rid of them. Fuck them.
Discuss this because I'm technically not
I understand.
allowed to directly, but April and I got these back in January when things were very good between the two of us, and we discussed everything that was in them. And she was like, "Oh, I can't believe I ever, in like a moment after we had a big fight, I can't believe I shared anything with so and so and blah blah blah." And she was really broken up about the whole thing, and I was angry because I'm like, it's fucking horseshit. That's not what really happened. It just I kind of forgot about everybody's had. I'll say this to Keanu or Gino or anyone else who thinks
April said, "Yeah, all those texts I did, nothing inside of those texts was real." Right? You guys believe that shit?
Nope.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
She said
Toe
she was
wouldn't lie to us.
mistaken. Yes, the toe would not lie about their conversations. Absolutely not. In fact, this might even be a win for the toe.
thinks I'm garbage or whatever. I really hope that people's immediate emotional shitty reactions about the worst fight you've had with your partner never go public.
Right. Of
Especially
course.
if you were squeezing her to death and headbutting her, then you really don't want those being public. But if they're
I would
just
agree.
arguments,
Well, I'd agree with the toe that I don't think any of us would want our worst fights with our partner or even, exes to ever go public. But if they did go public, they would not be possible grounds for criminal charges.
That's true.
yeah,
Good
or
point.
orders of protection and
Yeah,
etc.
no,
etc.
I might have shouted a few times in my life, but at no time did I squeeze someone until they couldn't breathe anymore.
There's levels.
I love her so much, I'm going to squeeze her to death. Yeah, that's a lot of love. That's
The toe is like Lenny from Of Mice and Men, just keeps petting her so hard that eventually April just ended up lifeless in his arms, allegedly.
It's funny you say that because I was trying to put like a face swap together with that, and it's whatever. Even though he kind of looks like that scene, it's a bad scene to make into a good video. So I was really bummed about that actually because I thought that too. It was like, yeah, that one time he accidentally like breaks her neck in that shot. I don't know. It just wasn't quite right. So I was bummed. But I thought the same thing. He's exactly like Lenny. He doesn't know his own strength. And he's about as smart as Lenny, too.
Tell me about the rabbits, Matt.
George, tell me about the rabbits again, George. Can I feed the rabbits? Can I tend to the rabbits? Yeah, I'm a big fan. All right. Next one, we got some more Kiki shit talk. Let's get to the Kiki shit talk. Poor Kiki, never done nothing wrong in her whole life, having to deal with this retard, Aaron. Come on, Wi-Fi.
She's horrible.
And even if she had done something wrong, remember how she looked with that fan blowing her hair back while she was talking. I didn't even care what she was saying. I'm like, I
She's
agree.
like a movie star.
Yeah, exactly.
She's a movie star from the old days, transatlantic days. Not trans. I didn't say trans. Transatlantic.
Crunchy Cynicism with $5 says if Kiki cares so much, she'll let April move in. Well, I mean, that would be a healthier.
Yeah.
But okay.
I mean, that's a long flight.
Yeah, Keanu, I would definitely say Nick had April's back more than me. Yeah, because I got her hooked on fucking cocaine. That's a really fucking brilliant take. Brilliant fucking take. And I'm not saying she said that. That's what other people are saying she's saying. All right, guys, we are 185 away from tonight.
Isn't that perfect? Yes.
Just give up on the fucking goal for a minute, Aaron. Jesus Christ.
No. We can have two thoughts in our head at the same time. We can have money over here and things I could care less about over here, like Kiki.
Well, today we're going to take Negan's bat to the goal, and we're just going to batter the goal senseless until all your money is scattered on the floor in front of me. That's what I need. That's the only way I can come.
Treat it like a Libby gal.
All right, getting into Mr. Tough Guy, Aaron Imhole. Here we go.
Oh, that's my favorite Aaron, is Tough Guy.
185.
Tough.
Away from the
Unless he gets punched in the butt,
Go
then
ahead.
he's not so tough.
Help us do that.
That is
Streamlabs.
the more asshole he had.
Sounds
that
like
one
we
time.
lost a friend tonight.
What it's
Boys and
sounding
girls.
like, but it is just the
Aw.
internet telling us that yet. So
Ryan Bardwell with $2 says, I hope this all gets behind you soon. Well, I hope it gets everybody a lot of viewers.
I hope this gets behind you real soon, like that punch to your asshole that one time.
Honky says, I was right, Aaron. I said this morning that Keanu is a simpcast thought who bought into this BS. She thinks April being a coke addict is better than being married to you. I can say this. It's better for me. Like, I'm fucking happy.
So it went from Kiki's still our buddy, blah blah blah. It's better for me not to be friends with Keanu. It's better. Is that an amazing turn of events? How we started the show, where it was like, no, Kiki would never say anything bad about me. To it's better that Keanu's not my friend. It's always been better.
So we're talking right now, all of us, Wednesday night. How long before the toe starts leaning into and it was bad to associate with Gino. I don't know if you know this, but he says the N-word a lot.
Yeah. Well, no, I think he's kind of back to him. Well, okay, no. Okay, actually, you might be right on that, because we had to go to Rumble because of the things Gino would say. We could not do a regular show with Gino. We had to go to Rumble. Yeah, he'll definitely play that card.
Yeah,
sure enough.
I think that's...
You're right. Like, he leans into the racism. He just does it like Kevin Brennan does. Newports and Piazzas, code words. Like, Aaron's good at coding his racism. But don't get me wrong, we're pro-racism over here at the BYB program.
Yeah, and if you're pro-racism, why don't you gift 10 BYB podcast memberships right now? That'll tell us that you also support racism. So go ahead.
Yes.
10 gifted memberships. Streamlabs, Venmo, PayPal.
Yeah.
Promo code.
You got it. That's with 2 G's, right, Corn?
Yeah, I'll say it again. Promo code
with 2 G's.
But if
Make
you
sure
listen
you get
to
the
the
2
beep,
G's.
it is the 2 G's, but it's an A on the end. It's an A.
Yes. Make sure you make that an A, not a hard R. That's right. No, Flat Cat says hashtag anti-racism.
What show do you think you're watching, Flatcast? Come on. This is America, isn't it?
Yeah, Flat Cat. Where were you, Flat Cat? Where were you?
Where were you, Flat Cat?
When we
Dirty
were
Where were you,
the
Jessica
N-word?
Flat Cat?
Where were you when we were saying the N-words? Where were you?
I'll tell you a fun aside, Quad, that you're one of the only ones who appreciate it. That day that drops from, my friend who watches John a lot was convinced he was saying, "Where were you, Blackcast?" But I'm like, there's no way. And then I went back to it and I'm like, no. Flat Cat makes way more sense. I've given him very little money, and it's only to trick him into saying things that I play on other shows.
Perfect. We love it. Yeah. All right. We got a little more on this clip, little meat on this bone. Then we got just a shitload of real quick clips to get through, like 10 real short, quick, few second clips. Oddball shit, he happened to say.
Hit like.
Hit the like button, you cowards. Smash to subscribe and turn your notifications on, as always. We could take a quick break here also to give both of you guys a shout out to your channels. Anything interesting or awesome you got coming up there, Christian? Shout out your links and whatever.
Yeah, I appreciate that. So my personal Twitter is at Christian DMZ. Still keeping the torch alive. The DMZ refers to the Dennis Miller Zone website. And there's anytime I tweet anything, there's usually somebody that wants to tell me what a loser I am. So that's how I know that I've arrived. I appreciate that. And if we're talking about the Blackcast, we should talk about the very special episode we did that Quad was in the chat for. Our 600th episode, I was joined by both Dennis Miller and John Lovitz talking about Saturday Night Live, specifically the first year that they were on, which is a very bad year. Some would say the worst year in the history of the show, with Anthony Michael Hall, Robert Downey Jr., Randy Quaid, Joan Cusack. So it was a lot of fun to talk to them, and I appreciated them talking to me, and I appreciated Carl for letting me stream that on his channel where we had 1,600 people watching at one point. Yeah, which if I had done it only on the Blackcast, I would have had less. Let's just say less people would have been watching.
And did John Lovitz know who Kevin Brennan was?
He did not. But I felt like I let everybody
like how
down.
I used your show to get that fucking clip so I could tweak Kevin Brennan? I knew that would annoy him. I put it on Twitter 10 minutes later. Just fucking.
I love that. And I'm sorry to let everybody down that John only had nice things to say about Stuttering John. But I did point out on the show that John was a famous person, that John Lovitz, being a famous person that Melendez probably figured he could try to get something out of. Of course, he was very nice to him.
Yes. And Corn, what do you got, buddy? Go ahead and shout yourself out. The one thing we both have in common is the lack of a granny. But other than that, we're sufficing quite well, I would say. It's a win for both of us.
That's right. We make do. Looking forward to Granny coming back, though. Yeah, just it's the stuff on the screen. Yeah, you nailed it. YouTube at Corndiff, Twitter Corndiff Propane. Is that actually right? And corndiff.com. It's got links, all that stuff. And
I did
Corndiff, Corndiff, like me. I think you were also on Trainwreck TV, that reality show with Helga Mann, right? You were on a few days before I was, I think.
Yeah, Helga and Lisa. I got to meet them both. It was fantastic.
Oh, see, Lisa wasn't on my episode. Look, Lisa is the future, and I think Lisa could probably win a golf tournament against the current resident of the White House. So I'm Team Lisa, and I always will be, and you can't take that away from me, Quad.
That's guy stuff.
Guy stuff.
Helga, Lisa, that's guy stuff.
Whoa.
All right. Yes. Everybody go check those guys out. They're awesome. Big fans of both of these fellows on my screen right now with me. So yeah, thanks for hanging out with me and putting up with me. And I know it's hard for you guys to deal with, but you do it. And you're both class acts for doing so. Appreciate it.
Always fun. Thank you.
Back to the clips.
John Hahn in the chat says nobody cares. So I think he wanted my Lisa impression, so that's okay. I appreciate that. And I'm sorry, I'm listening. I have to go turn a light on. It's getting dark in here, so I've only been podcasting for 7 hours today. So hang on, I got to go turn a light on.
Yeah. Like I said, you're welcome to leave whenever you need to. Also, this is rude. I don't know if this is a statement that I did learn from him or I need to go learn from the master. Indeed. Ray DeVito, the host of all hosts.
We could all learn some things from the Rock Bottom podcast. You know, it's too fucking bright in here. What did I do?
Yeah, you're a little bright there, buddy. Yeah, so Ray said he possibly might pop in Friday. So that would only be his third podcast for the last 3 weeks. It's insane, man. So he's kind of in rehab too, like comedy rehab. Maybe he picked up a pen in rehab. I hope. Comedy rehab, that is.
Ray trying to quit.
Pick up a pen. Pick up a pen.
And speaking of which, we have Tukey on Friday, and
you have Tukey on Friday.
Yeah. And if Ray pops in, that would you know how that's gonna go. That would be fun.
Andrew Dice, if Andrew Dice Ray comes along,
Does
with
it
Tukey.
feel
Yes. Andrew Dice Ray. That's what we need. No, we want Tukey. Come on. No, we're not
want
wrapping
both.
up right now. It just seems that way. Sorry, Peter Sky Parker. We are indeed in a little bit of a lull, but I wanted to let these guys do their plugs before the end. Yes, you get the idea. Bright cast, that's good. Soren Ringholm says, not black cast, bright cast. He got you. Oh, don't worry about it.
A little bit of a knife in the back. Yeah. But unfortunately, my back is calloused. You know, my back doesn't feel the blades anymore.
So dramatic.
Put it that way.
It's from all that
I mean,
pounding
Oh,
you've taken in your pooper,
continuing
all them
on
baldos.
with-
Right, exactly. But also, I mean, is Aaron's back callous to the point where he doesn't feel those stings? That's the part I caught from that was like, what? Dude, you're the most sensitive bitch around most of the time.
Yeah, he is. Yeah,
Am I wrong on that?
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely. He not too long ago, just from me putting oof.exe in his chat, he called me a cunt. So I mean, yeah, he was pretty sensitive that day. I think in general he is.
Yeah, Peter Sky Parker's picking on you, Christian. But yeah, he's quite sensitive, Corn. Indeed, I would agree with that. The victimhood. Oh, you have no idea. Guru says the victimhood is strong. You have no idea. Most of the clips that are left are him being like, me. All right, let's get back into it. Well, like I said, we don't have a ton left on this evening show from last night.
I'm going to move on and assume that they will not be joining us August 10th.
Yeah.
If this stuff is true.
They were here. They stayed at your fucking house.
Well, apparently they think that I was putting on an act.
I'll get him some Flonase.
The entire
I mean, can you imagine people thinking he was putting on an act? Can you imagine? Can you imagine people hanging out with you for a good weekend and then you go away and apparently all this other shit was happening? Not true, right, guys?
Listen,
Yeah,
Matt, it's
amazing.
not my fault that they stayed the one weekend where I didn't smack April around a little bit. So they got the wrong idea, allegedly.
Allegedly.
time.
All right.
Apparently I was putting on an act.
I've
Look.
known April since you guys started hanging out. You guys were at my garage doing the
Yeah.
podcast.
Right.
It's a weird flex, Matt.
I don't know. It's just so fucked up.
It was a toxic relationship.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
I had to get out. She felt it was toxic. She had to get out. Fucking good for both of us. I'm glad we're out.
So
But
wait a
better
minute.
for
Yeah. I was gonna say. So April thought it was toxic. She had to get out, and I thought it was toxic, so I had to get out. Wait, no. I'm pretty sure April left. Therefore, no, you could have just left off the second part of that where you said I also wanted to be out of the toxic relationship. No, no, you didn't.
I looked April in the eyes and I said, no, I'm not fired. I quit.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you left after she was already gone.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy. Nice try, though.
My life is better. I don't have to deal with addicts anymore. If that somehow makes me a manipulative cunt face,
The addicts left me, then I quit, and then I felt bad for the people still using. Yes. Funny how that works.
dickhead asshole,
Mhm.
fine. I know what happened. It's fine. People are allowed their say. I saw what I saw. I went through what I went through.
I am what I am. I is what I is. I saw what I saw, and I says what I says.
I learned months ago. Trust what you've seen. Trust what you've been through. Don't let people fuck with your head. That's because I let that happen.
Oh God,
a lot.
I know that all too well.
A lot. All right, guys, let's go ahead and knock it out. Let's wrap.
There you go again, Christian. Your favorite thing. When we go
Well, we haven't talked about the goal for 8 minutes. So come on, let's knock it out. Streamlabs, PayPal, Venmo, gifted memberships.
Muscle
Patreon.
memory.
Does he have Patreon? He never talks about Patreon.
I don't think he actually has a Patreon, to tell you the
it's
truth.
probably smart. He'd have to provide extra content.
But yes, this is him talking about being a sociopath. Do you think that Aaron's a sociopath? How dare you?
Donating to her show.
What?
What do you mean?
Okay.
Kiki hates your chat, not you. They're literally saying that she thinks I'm a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And that I'm a sociopath. I got to tell you, I wish I had that sociopathic trait of not having any emotion, because but I feel like my tear ducts were working overtime the last 6 months or so. Woof.
Gagging.
Honky says Keanu's a victim of abuse.
Yes. Yes, all the times I've cried on stream. Don't you remember? All the times I cried. That means I'm a sincere, good guy, not a sociopath. So sociopaths don't cry? Is that true?
That's true. They don't feel anything.
Not a good one.
Do they fake cry, possibly?
They might, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I've seen Alec Baldwin fake cry, so that probably answers your question.
Yeah, a lot of actors can fake cry.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. I think we all kind of assumed when he used to make those fake cries, that's exactly what they were, was fake cries.
Yeah.
It always
Felt
kind of came
forced.
off like that to me. I don't know what you guys think.
Yeah, they felt forced.
Very fake. I agree with the corn.
All right, next one. Moving into so the no wedding thing. So apparently he finds out about this while live streaming. Here we go. Oh no, poor little guy can't go to the wedding. Let's see how he feels about that.
Well, what do you do? Mr. Beat says, yeah, Aaron, I'll be the first to let you know you are definitely not invited to the wedding. Okay. Well, I guess my weekend just opened up, and
I guess so.
I saved a shitload of money. I don't want to go anywhere I'm not wanted. Why would I? Ugh.
Right.
383 Nova.
Another win for the two, right, guys? I don't have to waste a bunch of money and I got freed up my weekend plan so I can go enjoy some of that wonderful weather. Oh, yes. Amazing. Amazing. All right. Next one.
You know, what the fuck?
This one is not falling for the
makes
internet.
me think a few things.
Don't fall for the internet, guys.
But these are a few things I'm going to think in private and let them pass because I know it's emotion.
Yeah.
And that this show has been doing better without falling for every petty drama or horse shit. Put it that way.
Yeah, the one thing that gets me is like Gino's always been one to call people out. He doesn't hide from shit. You know his opinion on everything. He doesn't hide it. Why wouldn't he tell you if that's how he felt?
You know, maybe this is another Adrian Washington thing. You know?
I guess.
I just look, I would argue I got out of an emotionally abusive relationship, especially at the end where I was gaslit like a motherfucker. Especially about drugs and shit, but oh well, moving onward and upward. This is the slings and arrows you take for making those moves, I suppose.
Yep.
Posterior attention.
Yes, he is the victim. I want you all to remember that at all times. He was the victim of gaslighting and all the psychological warfare that they were waging on his brain. Poor guy couldn't keep up with Nick Rekieta in the swinger party, right?
It's a miracle he made it out.
Yeah, we just have a bunch of odd little comments that he made. That's all we're going through now. I only got a few left.
Look, man, if you don't think I spent those 4 days at my family's cabin this weekend, relishing in the fact that I had my family back, some of my best friends back, I have my children.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say this. I will say this about the Keanu Gino thing. I really want to leave it alone. If you want to compare my character to the character of others that are in, say, a tough position that I used to be associated with, I will fucking take that comparison every goddamn time. Because one of us stood up and did the right thing while the other people were browbeating us, berating us, psychologically abusing us. But that can't happen to men.
No.
It can't happen to men that they can be psychologically fucked with.
Men can't be abused.
I don't want to do this because I don't want to go back into a bad place. But I wrote her a fucking letter towards the end of our marriage. And I laid out everything I thought I'd done wrong.
Yeah.
Even though most of the shit I was probably mind fucked into thinking I'd done wrong because everybody around me was on fucking blow and drinking all the time. But I made a fucking list. And did I get one iota of anyone else going, here's what I've done wrong? No. Let's talk about it. Because you know what? That's what a healthy couple does. That's what healthy people do. No, I didn't get that. I just got fingers fucking pointed at me and they go, look, here's proof. I'm like, proof? I fucking wrote it and admitted it thinking it would cause a conversation. Drug addicts are fucking impossible to deal with.
What a queen.
But fine. Whatever.
Yeah, he's the victim. I don't know. Did you guys notice how fucking red his face got there?
Yeah.
That was like in the very beginning of the clip, especially, he like super red face. There you go. There's a red face, Aaron. So yeah, how dare anyone? How about that letter that he wrote April? I had not thought about that till just now, but he wrote April a letter that we could possibly see someday. That would be awesome. April, release the letter immediately.
Yeah, that would be terrible if April gave that letter to Keanu, who then maybe passed it along to somebody else,
Accidentally, of course. On purpose.
Accidentally, April gives it to Keanu, who accidentally gives it to Missy B, who, whoopsie, it ends up on Kumia's desk.
Oh, accidentally. Kumia. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So after we do these clips, if you guys want to stay just for a minute so that we can show those tweets and shit, the fallout from Anthony.
That was the most fun. That was actually the thread that I pulled that had me go down all like I didn't even know about the Keanu stuff until after this thing with Ant happened. Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, we'll definitely go. There's only like 3 tweets that they battled back and forth about, but beautiful, hilarious. I loved it. All right, moving right along. This is a tantrum. We're looking at a tantrum now. Let's see what this is. I do believe it's Aram, not in the harem. Yeah, talking about a little bit of a tantrum here. Let's see.
I'm just going by, again.
Wrist.
I'm going by what people have said. I'm not saying she's bad. I'm not saying she's awful. I am saying, the person you're getting information from, consider the source. But, her wanting you to burn your Clam Radio shirt made me chuckle. Not gonna lie. Oh, is that what she said?
Yeah, is that what she said?
I mean, I can if you want.
You can if you want. Listen to what he says. So he said, okay, this is where he goes from being whatever, just kind of like whatever. I'm not going to trash those guys. You remember him saying that, right? I'm not going to go after them. I'm not going to trash them. I'm just going to leave it be. But okay, now that he starts getting word that they are trash talking him, watch the change. This is all in one show that he makes all these revolutions. The more stuff comes out, the more angry he gets. It's amazing.
It's falling apart rather rapidly.
So Gino's t-shirts fall apart awful rapidly.
Probably wants me to take this down also. The Gino postcard, she probably wants me to take that down too.
Oh, Somebody's throwing a tantrum. Oh, the postcards you gave me, I don't need those anymore either.
That's a little dramatic.
Sorry. I apologize. Yeah, I'm sure whatever Keanu heard, I used to hear that too all the time. Don't worry. I've already heard the speech of what a fucking terrible guy I am. How awful I am. I'll tell you this. I didn't lose 5 kids. Whatever. And that's the other shitty thing about her doing that is that I don't want to bring those guys up again and start running that shit through the mud because, I mean, that's already a sad fucking situation.
What would there be left to say? Well, like, how much more through the mud could you possibly drag them? Is there any more mud to drag them through?
Is he saying he's got some dirt that hasn't come out yet?
I don't think so. I think he was just saying like he don't want to do that anymore. But I don't think he really has it. He might. But I have a feeling they have stuff with him too, right?
Yeah, I don't want to talk about them again, but if you want to give me $25, I'll certainly talk about them. Each 25, I'll give you a fact. Let's see if we can get ourselves to that 180.
Yes, PayPal, Venmo, Streamlabs. Yes. And this one, what do we got? Just more Kiki and Gino bashing.
Yeah, Sam Show says, funny how you can be a dumbass and a mastermind simultaneously. Yeah, the internet, and I put Gino and Keanu in the internet now, unfortunately, but like, the internet's got to make.
You guys caught that, right? His favorite old internet. The internet. Evil internet
people.
Yeah, so now Keanu and Gino are in the internet now. They're forever gone as friends. Now they're way out there. They're part of the internet.
Well, it's like the movie Tron. They're now trapped in the internet and they can't get out.
Where am I? What is this place?
I don't know, but it's pretty cool.
Very cute.
It's funny how you can be a dumbass and a mastermind simultaneously.
I started it up.
Yeah, the internet, and I put Gino and Keanu in the internet now, unfortunately, but like, the internet's got to make up its mind on me. Am I that much of a fucking enigma? You guys got to start figuring your shit out. Am I a fucking genius and I'm just outplaying all you motherfuckers?
No.
Who said that?
Or am I a big dipshit doofus?
Whoever suggested that?
He's like, yes is the answer to that, buddy. They are now part of the internet forever. Goodbye, internet people. I can't deal with the internet people anymore. All right. Now we're getting to the end of this program, folks. 2:16 and 30 in. Yeah. All right. This is Sparta. No drugs, guns, and kids.
Ooh.
Oh, what? Sorry about that. Drugs, guns, and kids. I'm gonna let my dogs out real quick while I play this. So give me 3 seconds, and I'll be right back because you guys know I'm quick.
Just, you got to curate with who's got your back. You know, you got to curate your list of people.
Yep.
Because your brain can only handle so much toxicity, and you got to flush it out. It's funny that it went from drugs, guns, and children to, clearly Aaron's the fucking problem.
Yeah, clearly.
It's fascinating. Don't worry.
I mean, it is clear.
It's fine. Again, totally my fault.
Absolutely.
Totally mine.
You're the man. It has to be.
$10 from, I want to make sure I don't say a.
Yeah, of course he's doing math in his head again. That's never a good idea. But Christian, you were going to say, we went from drugs, guns, and kids too.
Yeah. I was just agreeing with him that Steel Toe's responsible for everything. He's like, $10 from, hold on a minute, last name Gurr. All right, what is his first name? It's Nicholas, but he goes by Nick for sure. That's not going to be a problem. I'll go ahead and read that.
Yeah,
been the rules this one.
But No, I do love like the drugs, guns, and kids thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was what Gino used to say all the time. But guess what? That didn't change. I'm sure that Gino would still say, yeah, they were in a house with drugs, guns, and kids. That's not good.
Yeah.
But also, Aaron, you're a lying sack of shit too. Therefore, whatever, dude. Like, say what you want. You lied a shitload. So yeah, they both things can be true at the same time. Indeed. I don't even know what he's trying to do there by saying like it's got to be one or the other, like extreme. It's not. Like you keep saying, Christian, is like there's a B, a C, a D.
Yeah.
There's not
There's
just like
many
this
options.
by bifurcated, whatever.
But
two options.
the toe is invoking the great Warren Zevon song, "Lawyers, Guns, and Kids." He's just keeps hitting that refrain. Yep.
You sound a little bit like Dennis Miller, by the way, and just a touch, and then your references are Miller.
Warren Zevon's not deep enough for him. He would be like, man, it's like Herman's Hermits, a B-side to Henry VIII. I am quad.
Yeah.
Hey, quad father. What the fuck? Yeah.
All right. To have someone that close to Dennis Miller say that to me almost feels like it's him saying it to me. So I feel lucky. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
Happy to do it.
I actually felt kind of weird. I'm being honest. I feel weird. I feel weird in my no place. No, I'm joking.
Well, as John Lovitz would say, thank you.
I'm trying to make you feel as awkward as possible on that comment.
That's good. I appreciate that. Yeah.
All right, so this is no retribution. Oh, retribution. Yes.
Oh.
It's not about the revenge. It's the reckoning he's after.
It's not about the retro. It's about the Bushin.
There's two parts. Break it down.
Of me, they're allowed to have that opinion of me. I will take no retribution. I will seek out no destruction. I don't want my fans to go fuck with anybody. I will steal a line from an old internet friend I used to have.
Yeah.
The universe provides.
Oh,
I'm just going to say, I think maybe someone dipped their toe into the river of iniquity tonight.
Oh, who could that be possibly? No one knows you're talking about Gino with all
like
that
I
coded
said, I've
language.
got a fuckload of real ones. That's for sure. And I love them all. Fan.
He's got real fans, real friends, real what bullshit to sell to you guys tonight.
Yeah.
Don't
forget to get your tickets to the Steel Toe Roast on August 10th. We're exactly a month out.
Yeah. That being said, we indeed. So, like I already ruined it for a lot of people. Where Ozone did indeed fuck up the Kevin Brennan video, but a bunch of people have been asked. I think Pot Awful will probably do one, but Red Bar totally tricked Steel Toe into believing that he was going to make him a video. I will. I have the clip all broke down, and it's glorious. So on Friday, maybe during Tuki's appearance, maybe afterwards, depending on how crazy that gets, we will go through that video. It's mind blowing, and Red Bar does claim it's the last time he'll ever cover any Steel Toe topics.
Whoa!
Yeah. Tuki's already here. You're early, man. I said Friday. What do you do? Oh, it's Christian. Never mind. Yeah. So, like I said, when we have Tuki on, we'll definitely try to get that video in there. I did send it to him so he could pre-watch it. We'll see. We'll see. You know how things get with Tuki. It could be a wild show. A lot of laughs and fun, and we don't need clips. It's hard to watch clips with a Tuki around.
Well, he does okay. He's got Tuki soup. He knows how to let clips play.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of why I thought it might be a good one to show, because there's a lot of hilarity all pointed at Steel Toe, and we already know he loves goofing on Steel Toe. So I thought it was a perfect mix. So the Red Bar breakdown. What is this one? This one is I'm a good daddy. Is Aaron a good daddy? What do you guys think?
No, a good dad would never bring you to that house in the first place. At the very least, when you're going to swing and have a Coke party, the least you can do is hire a babysitter.
Peter Sky Parker, why is it your first and last in hot water viewing? Did you dip your toes into the river of iniquity? Yes. Yeah, I mean, the last time he ever went to drugs, guns, and kids, the last time he was ever at that house was with his kids. So it is kind of weird. Like, he's always trying to rewrite history, but we know that that's what happened. So,
children, some monster brought them to that house. I don't know who it was, but some awful person.
Yeah,
the children.
Awful person brought his own kids, his own retarded children, to eat SpaghettiOs at the Ricatus.
People are on their own journey. I will say that. If I'm such a fucking monster, why do my fucking kids love me so much? Why are my kids here? Why does why does a certain someone still trust me to be a wonderful dad to those 3 children?
You mean the one you can't talk to at
Can't
all?
even say her
You
name.
have to meet.
You mean
the
one
at the police office?
The one who's
to-
scared
to
of you,
swap her?
who's afraid for her life and doesn't want to be around you.
That-
That one.
They literally can't talk, and they literally have to go to the police station to swap the kids on their time. Are you guys aware of that?
I didn't realize that until you.
No,
just
I
said
did
it.
not.
Yeah, that's part of the order of protection is that they have to swap the kid at the police station, so they don't even. Yeah,
Damn.
That's normal. I think we all know divorced parents, and usually that's where they make the exchange is at the police station. So yeah,
Neutral they're getting along swimmingly. Indeed.
Tell you this. If you have an opinion about me, that's fine. That opinion will matter more to me than a million of anyone else's. I'll tell you
if that was true, he'd be right, but I know he doesn't mean it.
Right. Exactly.
When was
I'm
the
not
last
the
time your
only
kids helped you reach the goal, Aaron? All right. Have they ever put a nickel towards the fucking goal? No, I don't think they have. So clearly they don't love you.
Yes. Well, Melted lately has been saying that Louis seems a little off and Charlotte is tone deaf. So unless she gets better at singing soon, we're going to have to end karaoke in the basement. Garage.
Just the abandonment. And if you want to say that's just me being a motherfucker, a monster, or whatever, fine. I ain't got time for you. Magnum DUI
right,
says
is,
Citizen M can't attack Aaron. Just
let's
fuck
see, 22240. Yeah, so then this is him talking about getting Corey. And I did try to reach out to Corey today and got no answer about whether or not he actually got a text asking him to be on the show.
Man. Yeah, but I know I look like a piece of dog shit if I go and I seek retribution and go get him, do this, do that. It's too bad.
Oh,
I know I got a lot of people in my life. I can do something really fun that weekend.
There's a lot of timestamps, man. I'm doing it though.
We're doing it. We're having fun.
Yeah. Hit like.
I made him an offer this week. He hasn't said yes or no.
All right. I went a little too far. Let's back it up.
Co-host.
Oh, okay.
Which could be kind of fun. I'd like it to be Corey. I'd like Corey to come back and do Thursdays.
Yeah.
I made him an offer this week. He hasn't said yes or no. It would be great to have some of the OGs back. You know?
One of the OGs.
Oz.
Me and Stancil, we're the OGs. Oh, my pancreas. Oh.
It would
we're
be
the
great to
OGs.
get this tub of shit in the studio next to me out of here once in a while and replace him with one of the OGs. And people in the chat are pointing out to me that the only reason the toe makes money is for his kids, and that's the grift. I'm saying that his kids don't smash open their piggy banks and give him money towards the fucking goal. That's what I'm talking about. So they don't care. He just uses them. If his kids loved him, they would give every dollar that Ashley gives them, put it directly towards the goal.
Yep.
Yes. Yes, hey children, your envelope for the toe has been a little late this month. You guys better get out there and pick up some cans by the road.
It'd be a real shame if something happened to Bluey and her sister Bingo. Let's try to have it not be so light next week, okay, sweetie?
That's great.
I just don't think health-wise Oz is there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'd love to have Oz back on Thursdays.
Yeah. Yeah. I get my underwear at Kmart. Yeah.
That's cute.
Didn't they leave because he couldn't pay them?
Yeah, I believe that's what I think.
I think most of them did leave for that. Yes, reason.
Well, how's he gonna
Corey
get 'em back
especially.
now?
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, it's up to Corey, right? We're there.
Yeah.
Really, the only one I really would like back is Corey. I mean, obviously, if you could do morning shows,
Yeah.
that'd be fucking fun. That'd be a blast.
It just ain't fucking happening.
Yeah. Johnny 3 days a week is great.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to, now that I have the opportunity, I'd like to do Rumble Fridays myself.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, you remember that poll I was talking about at the beginning of the show? Yes, that I totally forgot about. Yeah, let's do that real quick. Yes, thank you everybody for participating in the poll that I totally have ignored. But maybe that's a good thing because now it probably has a shitload of responses in there, right, guys? Right, guys?
Yeah,
you guys can't see that yet, can you?
I don't even remember what it was, but I voted for it. I don't even remember what I voted. So long.
It
ago.
was, will all of Aaron's co-hosts leave his ass?
The answer is yes.
Yeah. All right, let's turn this on. All right. We're ready, I think, to show this. Let me do this. A boopity beepity bop and a boom. And we're there. Let's do this. All right. Thank you, everybody, for participating in the poll question. We do indeed appreciate that. 188 votes. That ain't too shabby, folks. I appreciate it. All right, we'll go down a little here. Let's see. And eventually it'll pop right up, I promise. Wait for it. Wait for it.
Hold.
And why is it not showing? Oh, there we go. Thank you. Jesus, I thought it wasn't ever coming back. Yeah. Yes. Aaron will lose all his co-hosts, 65%. No, say 20% of you, and maybe 15%. So yeah, 2/3 of you said indeed Aaron will lose all of his co-hosts. That is 2/3. 2/3 is pretty much a fact, right, guys? That's a fact, Jack.
That's a fact, Jack.
So thank you everybody for participating in our silly, goofy little poll. We love doing it. 188. I would say that's good enough to just say that will be the truth. Fact. All right, one last clip, guys. Believe it or not. And you remember how I said he was being cunty to Kiki about the numbers?
Sure.
Yeah. 232. Yes, let's see it. What do you got to say about Kiki and her numbers? Now that he knows that Keanu pretty much spilled the beans and said they're done with him, let's see how he feels about Kiki now. You remember when he said he wouldn't trash him or say anything disparaging, just moving on.
Yeah, that wasn't too long ago. I remember that.
High road.
Yeah, that was a half hour ago in the show, in the tow show.
It's a long distance. One marine battery ain't gonna do it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to figure that part out. You're right. You're right. We're gonna have to figure that shit out. Oh, we got over 400 people still hanging around during overtime. Wow, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Check this out. This is fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is.
What do you think it could be possibly be cool? What do you guys think is cool?
Cocaine and Red Lobster.
New whiteboard.
Not very cool.
New whiteboard would be very cool.
Yes.
Keanu's biggest show of her life, and we're still. Wow, thanks, guys. I appreciate that. Check this out. This is fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is Keanu's biggest show of her life, and we're still beating her numbers by over 100 and some odd people. Picnic table boat. How to build.
Do you like how he just threw that in there like a side note? Like, hey,
catty as shit.
That's disgusting how he did that. Oh, hey guys, look at this. This is very cute. Oh, we're oh yes, we're over 400 people right now live. Oh, and Keanu. Oh, she just happened to have 200. Oh, we're destroying that stupid cunt. I mean,
well, we have more views than she does, so now I don't want to choke her anymore.
Yes, I think I won't have to choke her when I see her next time. Even if it's at her wedding. Fuck her wedding. Fuck her. Indeed. All right, last couple cleanup. Let's go through the Anthony texts and laugh, and then we'll call this a show. A pro show, but a show. Either way. Yeah, so right, this is from 8:30 last night. So this is even before this morning. Yeah, so smart move to turn on Kumia. What adult? Talking about Aaron turning on everybody pretty much in the entire, I would say, compound verse, especially like he's not going to have any friends left over in that camp. Obviously, if Ant turns on you, it's done. Carl's going to be done with you. Well, Carl was already pretty much done with him, right? He turned on him. He already stabbed him in the back.
Oh, yeah. Carl was, I think, the last one. He was the one who thought that the whole breakup of the marriage was a work. And unlike what Aaron was saying for like a month, as soon as he found out that it wasn't, he's like, okay, I was wrong. And it made sense. If there was ever anybody who would have done all this for a work, it's Aaron, but that wasn't the case. So for this Kumia tweet, you have the video that starts the whole conversation, right?
Yes. I think I did it out of order, so let's do that.
Yeah, there it is from Mule, who
actually,
I guess
let's read it.
Mule filmed the screen, and you'll hear Mule reacting to it. But shout out to Mule.
Tonight's theme, just women, just.
Oh, sorry, I'm playing it. Let me back her up. Start over. Yeah, so Mule posted this, and then everybody caught on to it. Beautiful clip. Good job, Mule, for catching this. Also, thank you for your P streams and your fandom of the BYB podcast also. So shout out to you, Mule. I think you're probably watching it as we speak. Shout out, buddy.
All pissy and cunty at the View. Maybe we'll make that tonight's theme. Just women just fucking going off and being pissed about shit. That's what we'll do. That'll be tonight's repertoire. There we go, if you will.
Okay.
Anthony Cumia admitted to biting his girlfriend, but I guess he didn't get this same Keanu episode.
No.
God, I had that interesting. Anthony actually abused a woman.
Anthony actually abused a woman. Do you like how he says it under his breath? You remember the last clip we just watched?
Anthony actually abused a woman, but
yeah, we got to watch that again. Let's watch that again. That's so good.
We have to watch that again.
That's too good. And it's funny because he, like Corndiff said, catty is a great word for it. The way he catty the way he said it was very catty under his breath, very like. Ooh, he did that on the last clip too. He was like under his breath, like ooh.
Yeah, he's a chick.
Little bitch is what you're saying, I think, Corn.
All pissy and cunty at the View. Maybe we'll make that tonight's theme. Just women just fucking going off and being pissed about shit. That's what we'll do. That'll be tonight's repertoire. There we go, if you will.
Okay.
Anthony Cumia admitted to biting his girlfriend, but I guess he didn't get this same Keanu episode.
No.
He didn't get the same Keanu episode. So yeah, back when he bit Danny Brand's hand, allegedly, how long ago was that? Kiki didn't even have a Keanu cast at the time, so yeah, let's retroactively go after that.
Wasn't Keanu like 12 when that happened?
Probably.
Holy shit!
And, exactly when Anthony would have probably liked to have dated her, right, guys?
He wished that he knew her then, for sure.
When she was 12 and really bone leaf Annie.
Oh, shit! It was interesting. Anthony actually abused a woman. It was interesting. Anthony actually abused
whose voice is that?
It was interesting.
So that's who's the mule?
No. Neil films on his TV. Every clip he does is like that. But
so then he
does
goes,
oh,
yeah.
Hey, yo. Yeah, he's doing the Dice Clay pretty much. Just a Southern Dice Clay, I guess.
Oh, pick up a pen. Pick up a pen.
It was interesting. Anthony actually abused a woman.
That's interesting. Anthony actually abused a woman.
Pissy and cunty at the View. Maybe.
You gotta love that. That is fucking rich, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, brother, really? I haven't even commented on this nonsense. Fuck you.
And that's
right.
From Kumia. Yeah. So Kumia responds to that. Yeah.
So he's like, yeah, thanks a lot for dragging me into this for no reason out of nowhere. So, yeah. And then other people started commenting and he came back in and he was like, right. When everyone was blasting this guy for losing his wife to a cokehead, I didn't say anything. Then he tries throwing me under the bus as a way to take some heat off himself? ? Fuck that. He's an asshole. Yeah, Kumia. I love it.
Well, you're just a Kumia's cuck, though, Quad.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. One of my favorite things about the whole John experience was getting to tell him to his face that I thought Anthony Cumia was funnier, and how much that annoyed the fuck out of him.
I bet it did.
All right, so we got this one. This is from Missy B. As you can see, Cumia thought it was funny. He has to. It's mandatory. He has to find anything she says funny. So it may not be funny. Let's read and see what it says. When Aaron Imholt admitted to me on Chrissy Mayr's show that he made his living by ripping off Anthony, I didn't think he'd go as far as domestic assault with his own woman. So did he take out the violence? Is that what she's trying to say? He went straight home and beat up his woman because he found out that that is interesting. I wonder if he actually said that. Yeah, I mean he did rip off Anthony's gimmick.
Well, it's like the old drug commercial where he's like, I learned it from watching you, okay, Ant?
I mean, he kind of did, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's a positive role model for a lad.
I think he's admitted it before, like being jokingly about being a ripoff of the Opie and Anthony stuff.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have a bunch of stuff I'm not going to get to tonight. So if you guys are upset with me, I apologize. But yeah, we're not going to get to all the Kevin Brennan versus Compound Media, and blah, blah, blah with their contracts, etc. Also, I do have from, what is that, today? The morning show today? No, Thursday, yesterday.
Today's Wednesday.
Yeah, when was it? Okay, yeah, so it was from this morning, the Steel Toe Morning Show. I do indeed have like 10 minutes of that. I guess we'll show that on Friday because it's amazing to see that flex after everything that happened last night. It's amazing to watch like the first 10 minutes of the show today. Blew my mind, whatever. But yeah, once again, thank you. Oh, okay, we've got one more super sticker here, I see. Yeah, thank you, Shit Show. I appreciate that. 99 cents super sticker. Appreciate that. Thank you. Oh, wow, we got a couple other chats I missed. Peter Sky Parker with $5. Thank you, sir. Why wasn't Keanu crying for April like she did when producer Roberto texted a bitch. Yeah, apparently a lot of people were saying that guy was harassing and doing some untoward things, but I have no evidence of such. But yeah, apparently a bunch of people contacted Keanu that he was messing with. So I don't know. I guess that kind of all goes. Keanu might be late to the show, but she still shows up. I guess that's actually what's important, right? She did figure out, whoa, look at my screen. Jesus. This is all done on the fly, as you guys can tell. Yeah, thank you very much for showing up, guys. I appreciate you coming on with me. And let's do your plugs one last time. Just say, hey-o.
Hey-o. Corndiff.com. Check it out.
Hey-o.
Hey-o.
Yeah, and then, of course, Bladcast there, folks. Go check out Bladcast.
Yes.
He's awesome.
Thank you, BLADTCAST, and of course over on the Who Are These Podcasts YouTube channel. Who Are These Broadcasters? We're doing next week's show tomorrow because I'm taking my kids and my wife. By the way, my whole family. We're going to Lake Tahoe for the week, so we're doing it tomorrow night. Sorry, not tomorrow night. Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific. We'll be doing next week's Who Are These Broadcasters? So please join us over there. It's also available as an audio podcast wherever you find those. And, it's always important to mention in front of any former co-host of John's that DabbleCon 2 tickets now available to head up to Rochester.
Rochester. I'll see you in Rochester to beat your ass. Oh, look!
I never said I was going to Rochester.
Oh, look at those arms. I have muscle memory. Look at my muscle memory.
You can't beat this, Corn.
Look at the muscle memory. It remembers everything you ever say. Don't forget it.
He's been going to the gym, he said. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. He's been going to the gym. I had something else to say, and I forgot it totally. I guess my brain is getting to be mushy at this point. Yeah. So thanks, everybody, for showing up tonight. We appreciate the hell out of it. What a great show. If you could send a message to Stuttering John right now, Christian, what would you say to Stuttering John about coming to Rochester? Is he welcome?
He's welcome, but I don't know that he can afford it.
I had to fight my whole life. I could beat you up even if you had 1,000 knives. Even if you had infinity knives, I would punch you up into the air like a kite. I bet you sleep with the night light, cause you're scared of the dark, cause you stink like a fart. Well, I light your fart on fire with my rhymes. You think I won't? I do it all the time. I bet I got more money than Jay-Z. Compared to me, Jay-Z is lazy. Plus Beyonce thinks that I'm cute. It's okay, Beyonce, I think you're cute too. I made out with so many girls. Made out with every girl in the world. I might look small, but I'm not. I don't care if you're big, I'll fight you. Well, I do know that I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she calls. Cause I am the baddest of them all. If you ain't about money, then I don't mess with y'all. Y'all think I don't get girls, cause I ain't very tall. If she see my stats, I bet you that she calls.